Reckon.
Festivus for the rest of us.
What's up, everyone? I actually got some people to come through from the get-go, so this is cool. Wait. Speak of the devil, here's another one. Here he is. Happy Dinosaur.
Happy night to you all.
Happy Dinosaur.
You
How
made
you
it.
doing, Happy Dinosaur?
It's a pleasure to see you all. I'm doing
You too, man. You
dynamite.
too.
You
Good.
sound different than I thought you would.
How'd you think I'd sound like
usually-
Barney?
I thought you sound...
What's up, Happy?
Yeah, not much.
Usually
It's
sound
nice
a
to
lot-
finally be on a stream with you both. Like,
Usually
well, actually,
sound a
I
lot-
didn't really talk. I sound bundled up.
But,
I know that was an option.
But everyone, hello. Thanks for showing up. It's good to see everyone here. We go down the line. Everyone, introduce yourselves and plug your stuff.
Oh, why do I have...
Krish.
Oh, man, fat is this?
I'm Krish. I'm from TWTG Content. We have Let's Plays in between a Thursday show where it's a game show, and then the other Thursday it's usually like a Let's Watch or a review.
Okay.
That's me. That's me.
Tommy. Oh, sorry. You had more to say, Krish?
No, I'm just saying that's me. I'm done.
Okay. So next down the line, we got Tommy. Tommy
Hey,
and the
everybody, what's going
Guinea
on?
Pig Collective.
This is Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. I am the most hated guinea pig on YouTube. And if you don't believe that, just stop in a chat sometimes where I'm trying to say hi to people and a host says hi to me and nobody else sees me in the chat because they want to hide me and my people because YouTube is a bunch of species. But hey, it is what it is. You can find me at Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, and you may or may not be able to find me on Twitter because my name doesn't match it on there.
Damn.
Alrighty. Good one, Tommy. And we got Happy Dinosaur. Happy Dinosaur, you want to go plug your shit?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Happy Dinosaur 8000. I do movie reviews. I'm thinking about doing some live streaming right after Christmas this year. And that's pretty much it. I like to chomp things, and I like to feel happy days.
Chop thing. And
Chomp.
Here we have Nate / Dexter / many different names.
Yeah.
Spaceland X.
Yeah.
Spaceland X right here.
My name's Nate. Right now I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. That's Nate, aka Nerdcore rapper, producer Pat Kill Pat, aka professional wrestler Dexter the Dream Killer Dixon, or Dexter the Rogue Wolf Dixon presently. I do some stand-up. I do comedy writing. And if you want to know more, check out spacelabx.com.
Oh, yeah, you better go there, brother.
There's a shitload of AKA.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Did you take notes?
I like to compartmentalize. I don't like to have too many things overlap. So.
Oh, right.
All right. And here we have Moira Kitty. Moira Kitty, go ahead.
Meow.
That's it? Just a meow? You're not gonna
Meow.
not gonna say where anyone could find you or anything? Okay. Twitter and YouTube.
We can find her.
I'm not Roy Kitty on Twitter, though.
Yes, I know.
But I do live streams and occasionally do WTF news. Because sometimes the news makes you go, what the fuck?
All right. So I'll get the ball rolling on this. The whole point of tonight was just everyone on gets to gripe about whatever's bothering them currently. Yeah. This is a soundboard guy. soundboard guy over here. Soundboard guy. Soundboard guy, you want to go? Would you like to air your grievances about current situations? About anything? Your current situation?
Hey, masculine, everybody.
Is that a soundboard guy, or does he just have a baby doll he's squeezing?
The world may never know. I'm not telling. You know, you never know what the guinea pigs are going to bring back to me in the middle of the night, because that's what they do. They go out and they snag things when nobody's looking, and they wind up nibbling people's toes. But now, you want to talk about stupidity? I mean, there's so much stupidity going on right now with people being easily offended over everything. And it's just one of those things that actually drives me nuts. And instead of doing the research, these people just tend to sit there and they go full on Karen mode, whether they realize it or not, because they claim that the left is all about silencing people and suppressing people, but they sit there and they do this same shit when they look at certain objects and they say, well, this is offensive because of that. And one of the things that drove me nuts is an initial reaction to the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron on Netflix. And initially there was a lot of people that came right out and they said, oh, well, there's gender bending in it, and there's this and there's that. And I'm like, yeah, did you ever watch like the original series? Did you not watch the Sunbow cartoons before you started like slandering this show? Because this show is exactly what most Transformer fans really wanted, especially myself. It's something I've been waiting for forever, to see a really good Transformers show again. And you got these people decrying that it's gender bending. Well, if they ever watched the original Sunbow cartoon, they would have seen that there was female Autobots in that original Sunbow cartoon. And not only were there female Autobots in the original cartoon, but 3 of the 4 female characters that are in the new Seed series were Alita 1, Moonracer, and Chromia, all 3 of which were in that original Sunbow series. Now, the 4th member of the women's team that they said is gender bending in the new series is RC from the 1986 Transformers cartoon movie. So obviously these people that just wanted to jump on that fence and just wanted to be outraged over something because, oh, well, everything else coming down the pike is bad, so we got to just go ahead and attack this because we think so, or what, whatever their deal is. That kind of shit just drives me up the wall. If you're going to sit there and bash something and talk trash about something, at least do the goddamn research first before you start running your mouth. Because if you can't take that little bit of time to do the research, maybe you shouldn't be fucking speaking on it.
I agree.
So they called it gender bending?
Yeah, because they seen female Transformers in it, and they apparently knew nothing of the original franchise, and they started talking about gender bending. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Because a gender bender is technically something that helps you tuck it so you look like a girl. That's why
I know a gender bender as being somebody who cross-dresses, like the old school phrase for cross-dressing.
Well, what they use it for in terminology now is when there's a male character, so to speak, or, I mean, it technically could go the other way around too, but when it's a male character and they change the male character into a female character, that's what they call gender bending now when they're talking about movies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of where they went.
Like in Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
The thing is, with the original was the Transformers, I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. And thinking back, I don't really remember any of the female Transformers, other than I do remember a set of very pointy Transformer tits, and that's about it.
Yeah, they were only, I think they were in a total of either 2 or 3 episodes. It was like a 2 or 3 part series in the 2nd season. And I want to say it involved the aerial bots when they went back to Cybertron and they took a portal back in time or something like that. But there were some female Autobots there. There was actually 4 of them, but they've only used 3 of them in the new series.
The only one I remember was in the movie. Most people don't remember it. They don't remember it, or they never actually watched the show. Because somebody like me, I will go to town with anybody when they want to try to discuss Transformers, because I know the history of that franchise in and out. Slasher knows how much I know about that series and about that franchise. That is my thing above all else. Like, I love Star Wars, I like Star Trek and all that stuff, but when you come down to what is my absolute favorite and what I know the most about, it's going to be Transformers, hands down, every single time. By the way, hello Parrothead, hello Dave M, hello Wookiee Supremacy. Thanks for dropping in.
Happy night to you all.
How's it going, y'all? Thanks for coming by. Make sure you share the stream out because YouTube doesn't help.
No, because I'm not Jimmy Fallon.
Please do share that stream and also slash the like button.
I'm not Jimmy Fallon, so it's not like they're gonna promote me. So whatever.
Is that your right?
Hey, it's true. He's actually funny, and not just a generic greeting card.
So, any more venom you gotta spit, Tommy?
Oh, I'll wait. I'll let somebody else take a turn. I got plenty of things I could be irritated over, man. You know me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kinda
I hate when people pull that stuff and they don't know the source material and they just hop in. They're like, well, they changed stuff up. I'm like, no, actually, this was there back then. This person did this in the previous ones. Just because it's new to you doesn't mean that they're trying to conform to some sort of, I don't know, quotas or
Agenda.
Agenda or being in some sort of social situation to improve their stance. But no, it's ridiculous. And nerds will call them out on it. So I appreciate you stepping up for your Transformers.
No, absolutely. I have to. I have to.
It's like with that Rick and Morty episode where they had these articles saying that the fans are boycotting and outraged at a 9/11 joke. And you watch the episode and they literally fly up to the towers and go, let's not make the 9/11 joke. That's bad taste. And then go around the towers and keep going. So the joke is they literally don't make the joke. And besides the fact that Rick and Morty fans are usually pretty easygoing with offensive stuff.
No, they did make that in the last season. They did reference that they did not make the joke. However, they did make a 9/11 joke earlier in the series during the Inception episode. Anybody remember that?
Family Guy made a 9/11 joke. I'm sure they made more than one, but I remember one particular. I remember one particular 9/11 joke from Family Guy, but I'm not gonna cry about it. I mean, Seth MacFarlane is a douchebag, but
yeah. It's the worst.
Are you really pressing the button on a baby doll right now, making that noise?
Here's what happened. And so this is my wife's doing. She brought home this little sound box thing, and it's got like six different sounds on it. And the first one is a crying baby. And it's the minute she handed me, I started pressing all the buttons like any guy would normally do, driving her absolutely mad. And she said, "I'm taking that away from you." I said, "You can't have it back now. I already called dibs."
What other ones do you have?
No, that's still a baby. You still have a baby doll.
Yeah, what
You
else?
just like tickled it or something.
Got Pomeranian, okay.
The siren, and then a doorbell.
I was wondering where the fuck that was coming from earlier. That way someone's walking through the store or walking into a store.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was gonna say something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Like, but y'all were. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Come on, Moira, let it out. Let it all out.
Oh, I have one I know has been bugging me. I have something to add to what y'all was saying. I don't remember. But what drives me
Show
nuts-
us them claws.
What?
Parrothead sent the.
I said, show us them claws.
Claws.
Parrothead sent the picture of there in drag.
Well, what we got to do is we got to
All right, I get
get we got to get more extra defensive, so she's really ready to go at it.
Oh.
Did she get that like Spencer Gifts or something?
I don't know where she got it. She made the mistake of giving it to me, though.
It was in Spencer's next to the bongs that look like penises.
So, Moira, go ahead and yell and complain about stuff.
All right. It's one thing I understand when someone asks for help and then you agree to help and then you're like, shit, because, you know, you felt kind of put on the spot to say yes. But what drives me fucking nuts is when you have a problem and someone offers to help and then backs out on you. That shit drives me nuts. It has happened twice in like the last 2 weeks. Oh my god. Well, like 1.5 times.
Yeah.
But it fucking pisses me off. Like, if you're not gonna fucking help, why did you offer? Why'd you fucking say anything at all? You fuck.
Whoa!
Not the camera, Moira. Not the camera. It didn't do anything. Or did the camera do it? Did the camera not show up for you, Moira? It's okay. Let us know.
No, the camera's fine.
I'm not so sure.
I think it's the computer she's angry at.
Was that a band? You threw a bandana? You're throwing bandanas?
Yeah.
You're supposed to get a pool noodle. You gotta get a pool noodle and beat the computer.
I don't room for a fucking pool noodle.
Any particular instances you're talking about?
Mad Mardigan's a fucking ass.
Mad Mardigan. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is that somebody we should know?
I
I
don't know
know
if he's making his way through the channels like a virus, but nonetheless,
Two,
I thought he and I
different
were cool. He offered to help me with something, and now he doesn't fucking talk to me at all. No explanation, no, hey, listen, sorry, I kind of changed my mind. Nothing. I hate people. Don't fucking offer to help somebody if you ain't gonna do it. I'm pissed about that. Like, I haven't even gotten an apology. That's why I'm still a bitch. And if you're watching, you a bitch too. Man, I want to say some shit, but my opinion on
it's just
people
turning
he
into Jerry
used to
Springer.
love he don't help. Man, I feel like he tricked me into like being his friend and talking to him, and then find out he's just a fucking sack of shit.
What a weird
Well,
situation.
Well,
Are there
I
two
think
different
I'm
people
one.
with
I think I'm one. Hey, Slasher, let me have this for a second, please, if you don't mind. I'm sorry.
I just want to know. Wait, Tommy, I just want to know, Moira, are there two different people with that name, Mad Mardigan?
No, it's the ex-cop.
Hey, well, let me drop this real quick, Slasher. Let me drop this real quick. So I don't really know exactly what was promised, Moira, but I will say this: I do know Mad Mortigan to a degree, and he's always actually been extremely nice to me. And anytime that I actually asked for help, he would help out. And beyond that, I mean, I don't know if there was like a miscommunication because I can't remember if he's in a different time zone or not. Because he's up at some weird hours. So I don't know if maybe that had something to do with it.
No. What it was is I had to wait until I got more StreamYard time. He said, well, I have the service. Maybe I can like let you have the sign in and everything. Gave me like his email and like so that way I could go to StreamYard, put in his email, and then he would get a code. And he would send it to me, the code to me. That was what he was supposed to. He volunteered to do this so I could use his StreamYard account to do streams. And then poof, gone, backed out. No explanation. I even wrote to him because I hadn't heard from him in a couple of days. I'm like, are you alive? No, nothing.
I swear, I think
not a word. And then that motherfucker, he's on a stream. Hold up, motherfucker. You said you want to hear me, bitch. You're gonna. Hold up. So he's on a live stream with 14 barbers. 14 barbers. I don't have any shit to say. I am literally the only person in the chat. And I say hello. I am the only person. Then, about a minute later, CCDV comes in. He goes, hey, CCDV, how are you doing? And I'm like, so he literally went out to ignore me, and I was the only one in the chat at that moment. And then another person comes in, and he goes, hey, you're one of my guys, and start talking, but completely ignored that I existed. Not even an apology for offering help, and then not. Nothing. Once a pig, always a pig.
And this is all there was. There wasn't any like promises of nudes or anything ridiculous like that.
No, he just offered to help, and he seemed like he was concerned about like why I was feeling depressed one day, and all kinds of stuff. He seemed like he was trying to be my actual friend.
That's so
and then
weird.
He cold shouldered me. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is. I can look and see if I got receipts. Hold up. I don't get like, no.
I've seen two different people with that same name. I've seen two different people with that same name, but they spelt it differently. One
It's
dude
the one
was,
that has, it's like a little
two
cartoon
separate-
face with a ball cap on it.
Yeah, that's one guy, but there was another guy whose name is Mad Mardigan altogether. Like,
It is Mad Mardigan altogether. I mean,
friggin',
like,
oh, it's the same dude. Yeah, but there's
Probably.
like I said, two
Wait,
different ones.
Probably.
well, I'll have to see the avatars, wouldn't I?
Okay. Is it possible you got some sort of like StreamYard catfish situation going on?
Nope.
Had catfish. Nice.
No, then why would he ignore me when he's on?
Ooh,
when he's
tasty
on the
catfish.
Hold up. All right, so if I'm wrong, then why did he ignore me when I was the only person in the chat and then acknowledge the next person that came in?
Well, maybe you have that.
Trying to ghost you? That's probably it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, what if it's the same situation that I have, Moira? How many times have I been in a chat and you couldn't see me? Like, take
okay, I
side.
was on Twitter. Why didn't when I asked, "Are you alive?" Why no response? all of a
well.
sudden?
That's something different. But yeah, I was going to say, if it was on YouTube, I mean, how many times have I been in a chat and I've been hidden by YouTube because they hate me, bastards?
It sounds like he's up the stream yard without a paddle.
It's a shame the Hayes is a perfectly good guinea pig.
Wow. Hey. What is that?
It's a car crash.
That's a car crash?
Yeah.
From like Rad Racer or something?
I'm supposed so.
It sounds more like two shopping carts running into each other in the supermarket parking lot.
Yeah.
Being pushed by two extremely large people.
Actually, it sounds like there's two large people. It sounds like there's two large people in the shopping carts before they crash together.
Twisted metal and legs in all directions.
Can you give me that car crash one more time?
That sounds like you just slammed a book on a table.
So, Moira, you want to yell some more, Moira?
She's looking for receipts.
I wonder, do you have the whoop sound effect?
No, unfortunately, there's only 6 on this little thing. I got to get a bigger one. That's what she said.
Is that Teddy Rumpskin, is it?
Oh my god.
She can't even see what I'm doing because she's not looking. Oh, we just had a cameo.
What? Oh god.
You ever
I know you were speaking of Teddy Ruxpin. Ever seen Loud with Crowder? I'm talking with the Suge Knight Ruxpin joke.
What about Louder? Are you just asking if we've ever seen it at all?
No, I'm talking about the Suge Knight Ruxpin joke where they put a teddy bear Ruxpin with Suge Knight Ruxpin CDs. He's inside of it or something like that.
No.
And just have a recite.
Oh, JJ's in the chat. What's going on, JJ?
This has a
happy night, you Sith Lord.
Why did you not come up
Hi,
in this?
Sith Lord. Oh, Tommy, you'll be glad. Oh, you two are glad to know. that on July 20th, I even told him that you and Slasher were cool.
Oh,
I added him to a private chat so he can meet new people. Yeah, so thanks for the cold shouldering, bro.
I don't get it. Unless
Yeah.
maybe he ran out of
what's
like
good,
free
Sith Lord?
stuff.
How you doing?
Maybe he promised you something he couldn't deliver on.
Well, Slasher was able to do it. So
Yeah.
Wait, are you
I'm
saying that like
basically-
even Slasher could do it? Like he's
no,
like,
no,
what's
I'm
the
saying
totem pole?
no. Slasher did it. Like, Slasher had
No,
like
I had
he
23 hours
he was like,
for
hey,
the
let's
month.
try doing this, and Slasher was able to come through, and he would give me like his email. I typed it in. He gets the code and sends it to my text, and I put it in. And I was able to stream on his account.
Huh.
I had
So Slasher
I
was able
had
to keep his promise.
23 I had 23 hours for the month because I signed up for it because she was left out on a fucking island. So I was like, okay, go ahead. You live stream more than I do. So this is only my second live stream. So I was
Well,
like, go
that's
ahead,
nice.
take the hours.
Huh.
I still have 5 hours left somehow. But Moira, you done screaming for the minute? So we can get someone else scream. Get someone else
You're the one that was
yell.
encouraging me.
Yeah,
Done
I
with
know,
the
but
cuddle then.
you look like you're digging into the archives to continue.
Yeah, I'm looking for a receipt.
So, oh, what'd you put up here, Tommy?
Parrot had said that.
Oh yeah,
Ginger Bender, that's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that because everyone was busy yelling.
Whoa.
Come on,
I rather like Futurama.
It's got a
Did
small
you say
Alright,
you
so,
do like it or you didn't like it?
I like Futurama.
So Krish,
Yes.
go ahead. You got
Right.
the floor. Moira's
Okay.
looking up receipts.
Well, so while we're waiting for round 2 of Moira,
Okay,
see-
so it's a retro discussion, and I added him, but I'm trying to see if he ever left. Oh. He was there on the 21st.
if you go into the little information dot on the side, it'll tell you who's in the group.
I want to see if he did leave, what date, but it does not appear so. You all people.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, Krish.
yeah, I'm not following him anymore. He's not
Anyway,
following
so you know what really, really burns me? Short matches.
Short matches.
short matches.
Short matches. That really
I don't even know. I don't know what to say to that. That's funny.
burns.
What do you mean?
Too bad you ain't got one of them drum set sound effects.
Yeah, you
where's
need
the
the
rim shot?
But
I have like one of
did
those
it?
small drum things, but it's not, but it's a snare.
Like I said, I've got not much to gripe about myself. I mean, like the whole in Australia, the whole thing that even though what we've found out about the fake cases of COVIDs and all those sorts of things are going on, and that fatalities aren't going up, even though cases are, yet Melbourne still goes into a state of emergency lockdown.
I didn't know you guys had fake cases too. So that was just us.
No,
Oh,
it's
no.
all over the world. It's a global situation, and
Yeah.
the reason why the cases are so high is because the coronavirus, not COVID, the coronavirus is one of the 3 viruses that creates the common cold. So there's a good high chance just about everybody would have antibodies if they've ever had a cold and got that particular virus. The COVID virus, its framework comes from the coronavirus, but it is not in itself the actual coronavirus. That's a cold. And of course, it's affecting a lot of people who are elderly. Everything does.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
like
if I had it 2 months ago, and they found it in my blood, and like I had like I found I have scarring on my lungs, and if somehow that caused a problem, like they would be like, oh, it was a COVID death because she had the antibodies. No, it just means I had it at some point. You're not saying the virus is in me. You're saying you found the antibodies in me. That means it's already come and gone. And nobody seems to remember how to science.
But then when they're recording the cases and talking about the cases, at one stage I went to my parents' place and they turned on the ABC radio, which ABC is like the Australian equivalent of the British's BBC. It's paid for by the Australian people, and they're quite literally listing off the names of all the people who have died from it, and there'd be like a Betty from Charlesville, Andrew from this town, and they're just listing off all these names, and then they'll come up with 400 people have died today from the COVID, and you look at it and go, no, 400 people since the beginning of the pandemic have contracted it up to today. It's not, and so those numbers are being presented as the daily numbers when they're the up to today numbers.
Well, that's awful. That's a bigger ball than our media.
Yeah, they do the same thing here. They like play with like numbers. Like, so like one person has the coronavirus, and then like 6 more people are found to have the antibodies for it or test positive for it. Like, they'll say, oh, it was a 600% increase or something.
Yeah.
Even though if you're talking about one person and like 6 or 7 others have got it. So technically that would be like a 600% increase. But it sounds scarier than, hey, 6 people got sick. And so they like to play with numbers. They like to fuck with that on top of, if you have the antibodies, like you can have a heart attack and then just going to label it COVID.
Yeah, that's what I meant about the faking specifically, is when
So,
somebody.
yeah, at this point, the way they have been counting how many people have been sick and how many people have died, we should be seeing a dent in the population, shouldn't we, by now?
It's
I was going to say that the focus on the general, like we're all going to die from the COVID, that focus on that is sort of takes away from, it takes away from, like, say, somebody who is dying from cancer or something like that, and you're sick. Maybe you shouldn't go and see them when you're sick because you might transfer something to them and they're dying. Unless they're sort of like seriously suffering, and you're like, yeah, maybe it'll help them along. But that's a whole different conversation.
Right. Yeah, and like on paper, how many car accidents deaths have we had this year? On paper, how many like cancer deaths, like pneumonia deaths have we had?
I think before, didn't they say there's something like about 500 auto accidents that result in death a year? Something like that?
In the country, you mean?
It's 100 a day.
Is it 100 a day?
What about flu
Yeah.
deaths?
What is it? What is it per year?
365,000.
Damn. Okay, that was actually a funny answer. But my point is, we're not hearing those statistics anymore. We're not
Or
hearing
the
that.
flu. No flu. Yeah, where are the flu deaths? It's odd that
Yeah,
they're very,
but
very low.
and
With
when
their flu.
COVID stuff first happened, they're like, "Well, get your flu shot. It'll help." No, let me explain something. If anybody has ever like put the circle peg in the little thing, and the square peg in this thing, you have to understand that certain things fit certain ways. Okay, I can't give you a shot for measles and expect it to protect you from pneumonia because it's not the same fucking virus. And so they're telling you to get a flu shot to help protect you against a completely different family of virus. And that's ridiculous.
But it does sell a lot of flu shots.
It does. Well, it doesn't. Not with me. Fuck that. I ain't no damn pincushion or suck a dick. I tell you what. Man, imagine this thing, man. Even over-the-counter stuff can kill you. Everything can kill you.
Oh, there's
This is a bit, as I said, a story that's a bit of a third-hand sort of story, but a guy I know, I trust him with this information, and he said that he went to his doctor because he said a motorcycle accident, so he's backwards and forwards from the doctor all the time, and the doctor was saying to him that the doctor was concerned that the number of flu cases in Victoria, which is where Melbourne is, where they've got the lockdown, the number of flu cases there this year has dropped by 80%. So, like,
it must have been the magic. We're living the best.
Magical.
Yeah. Or no, the flu shots finally worked for once, and they were actually.
They must have finally found the recipe.
They found the way to predict ahead.
And something
they finally got the herd
every
immunity.
year, y'all noticed it every year. Like, say if you get a shot and it's for strain A of the flu, and you get say, oh well, you must have caught strain B instead of strain A. First off, I'm not sure. And they're like, well, it mutates every year. First off, if it mutates every year, why do we only have A and B? Why is it not C, D, E, F, G, H? How can it keep mutating but only be A or B strains? How does that fucking work? It doesn't fucking work. That makes no sense. How is it continually mutating and be like, oh, well, we only use the A or B this year?
Well, and you know what? I want to add something, and it doesn't really pertain exactly to what we're talking about right now. But Chris, I mean, you're saying that you really don't have anything to really be, angry about so much. But what about Steve Irwin? What about Crocodile Dundee? I mean, come on, there's a lot of things for you to be angry about.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we don't have to be angry about Steve Irwin anymore. He's dead now.
Oh, damn.
Do you more mean like the
What right
Australian stereotype than
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
He's giving him a reason to be angry about stereotypes again.
I can't be too angry about the Australian stereotype because I have on my channel a character, Dazza, the worst Australian stereotype.
So he's like
The
a
word man
crocodile hunter.
comes out of his mouth a lot.
He's like out there swimming in the swamps with the fucking knife between his teeth, like trying to kill fucking alligators and shit.
No. He's sitting at home in the house that he bought on government welfare checks with his 2 cars and his wife that he beats.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, that sounds like the New York stereotype.
Sounds like an American stereotype in general.
It sounds like to me the world has a problem with woman beating. We're all united.
Yeah. It's like you're the Florida man of Australia.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's terrible. Oh, that's awful. That's so funny. That's so bad that I laugh.
I want to go really fast back to the COVID. So there was a kid, an unfortunate little kid, 7 years old, who died, and they said he died of COVID. They said he had no underlying conditions. I saw this on the news all day today. So I finally went and I looked into it, and it kept saying 7-year-old kid in Georgia died of he had no underlying conditions, which is the hook of it, because the science says that if you're a perfectly normal kid, you're fine. The worst you can do is spread it to somebody else. So on my seventh article, I found out what happened. The kid he went to go take a shower. He had a seizure, and then he died from the seizure. And then they tested him, and he had COVID. And they're counting that as the 7-year-old.
Oh,
No underlying conditions. Seizures aren't a symptom.
Actually, hold on. Not technically, not necessarily for COVID itself, but when a very few little times where a virus can get through the blood-brain barrier and affect the brain, it actually can cause a seizure, and that could be any virus technically.
Okay, so
it's a 1 in 500 million chance, but it can, and it has happened. So if his blood-brain barrier was too thin or weak, and the virus got through, it technically could have. or he had other issues like where like maybe a month ago he was playing on his bike and he fell, hit his head, and
Damaged his blood-brain
had,
barrier.
brain injury hadn't shown up because he might not. It may have caused a seizure from that. That is also a possibility. So
okay, wait a second.
Show seizures as an actual symptom.
Moira, hold on. Nate, could you take that Teddy Ruxpin off the back of your couch, please? That shit is creepy. Thank you. Thank you.
Do I have to go get my popple?
Yes, please.
He's like, please go get your popple.
He got that lazy eye too. Like he's been extra used.
Oh my goodness.
I want to know what you were
like
doing to Teddy Ruxpin that his eye is partially closed.
He looks like the end of a
stone. He got Teddy Ruxpin stone.
He looks like the end of a Rocky movie. He looks like he's in round 14 of a Rocky movie.
Oh, that's terrible.
I found him at Goodwill. So I'm not the guilty party. And he doesn't work, so whatever.
Why did you get fucking Teddy Ruxpin? It doesn't work.
How do you test a Teddy Ruxpin at a Goodwill? You got like 8C batteries in your back pocket?
Here and see if the thing comes down.
If the Teddy Ruxpin...
It takes batteries.
Yeah,
you have
to put like 10 batteries.
Looks like
You got mixtapes?
you have a problem.
I have a lot of tapes, actually. You want me to show you my tapes? My cassette tapes?
I have cassette
Put a
tapes. I have video tapes.
Put a Judas Priest tape in that Teddy Ruxpin. I want to see what happens.
I don't have Judas Priest.
I'll tell you what, if you decide to take it apart to see what happens, I would be very careful because if it's not moving and the mouth ain't moving, there's no telling what somebody did to it before you got your hands on it. You might not like what you find inside his belly.
This is not from an Epstein Island, okay? It's a normal Teddy Ruxpin, okay, man? I'm pretty sure he did an upright life.
Could you imagine?
This is not Mariah Carey's sister. He's okay.
Teddy
All right.
Ruxpin didn't kill himself.
Teddy Ruxpin didn't kill himself.
What if you got a Teddy Ruxpin from Goodwill with a brick of cocaine stitched in it?
Okay, well, he's going to notice that his Teddy Ruxpin weighs 2.5 pounds more than normal. I think he noticed.
I don't remember what Teddy Ruxpin's weighed.
It's
been like 25 years.
They probably weighed about a pound and a half or two. So you would kind of notice a pretty heavy bear.
Well, you know what? It wasn't even that many years ago. I want to say it was maybe about 4 years ago tops that they actually had retro re-releases of the Teddy Ruxpin and the Grubby, and because I'd seen them in Target.
I have the newer version. I also got that at Goodwill.
Nice.
So it might be that one.
Does that one
Do you
look
have
like
any
you got
Barry
punched in the
Manilow
eye?
cassettes?
I haven't looked. I haven't gazed into the windows of that one's soul yet, so I don't know.
If you had any Barry Manilow cassettes?
Shoot, I would if I saw one, I would have bought it. If you want me to, if you can wait half a second, I'll grab my cassettes.
I just think for the Teddy Ruxpin.
The Barry Manilow cutting out Teddy Ruxpin. Man, what's more romantic than that shit?
Although after the Epstein comment, I hesitate to say.
I know. It's not even really as bad. Yeah.
I could show these later, or we could finish up the gripes.
Yeah, Chris, you got anything else?
I've got nothing else. I'm good. I haven't got much else to gripe for.
Hey, JJ in the chat, we know you're the Florida man. We know.
He is not the Florida man. He is a man that happens to live in Florida.
Or on the Florida-Georgia line.
Tommy, you're a man that happens to live in Florida. I mean, you're not
yes,
Florida man, but you happen to live there.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm a guinea pig that lives in Florida.
Yeah.
So
I think he's a Florida guinea pig.
Chris, anything else on the plate? You good?
Nothing else. I'm surprised that the Guinea Pig Collective hasn't said something about being upset about duct tape or something like that. Because you got to wrap it around the outside of them so they don't. Never mind.
Wait, what?
Oh, he's a guinea pig, not a gerbil.
I don't know. Maybe he has a big anus. Maybe he's a little loose. You got to amp up the rodent size.
See, I'm good. I'm done.
No dogs.
All right,
I
so
just can't eat with you
Nate,
guys.
She's just in shock.
Nate, go ahead.
Okay, so
Your
I don't watch WWE anymore. I haven't watched it for about a year and a half, something like that. Just the product is trash. So this Monday on the Monday Night Raw, in it. So in an attempt to boost their ratings, because their ratings are really in the gutter, just because nobody's watching anymore, they started this thing called the Raw Underground. The Raw Underground is it's a back room, and inside they have a fight club. They have go-go dancers. They have this they have a professional wrestling ring with the poles, but it has no ropes, and everyone just bare knuckle brawls and throws each other. And Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon's son, is the host, and he's just like, "Now we'll be back at Raw Underground," and they do the go girl dancers shaking their booties, and this guy's like fake betting around there. It's a shame what the company has come to. It's a travesty.
Like it's blood sport or something.
Yes.
No, you know what, Slasher. Hey, Nate. And I mean, I'm sure you're going to remember this too, and I'm sure Slasher will too. But when you're talking about that, it reminds me of their failed project from years and years and years ago, the Brawl for All.
Yeah, people say it was like the Brawl for All, but the brawling portion of it, I would say maybe, but that was a shoot. All of this is
by
a
the
work.
way, hello Kitty XOXO. How you doing? She's in the chat.
Romanian kitty. Meow.
Romanian. But yeah, no, Brawl for All was legit, and it messed up a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys watch Dark Side of the Ring. They tell like the gruesome backstories of real stuff. Yeah, they cover Brawl for All, but this I would say is closer to like if you're gonna explain it to somebody who doesn't watch wrestling, I would first of all say Fight Club. Second of all, I don't ever remember any like grimy club having like go-go girl dancers. I don't know what the purpose of it would be. They're just up on a stage, just shake. It's like TNA in 2002 to 2004.
Dust Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn. Yes. So you got the Fight Club. You got the Dust Till Dawn girls. Yeah.
Nate, did you watch Lucha Underground when it was on?
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. What was kind of weird for me is that it was like all taped at once. I'm used to like once a week wrestling. It was weird how they did it in seasons, but it actually reminded me more of Wrestling Society X.
Yeah, it was very much like, I'm pretty sure. I think it was done by the same people too.
It was the same arena. Yeah, they used the same arena for Wrestling Society X and Lucha Underground.
Seattle, Miedo.
Sierra Miedo. Pentagon? Yeah. I like that guy.
But yeah, that's my gripe right now. Other than that, I hate when people eat food in a grocery store before they pay for it. And normally it's just like, okay, whatever. But I saw today this guy was eating a banana. Now you know damn well a banana is when you buy bananas, that's weighed. You can't say like add plus one banana when you're checking out. You just straight up sold a banana. All right.
Right.
Beef. And I don't care if any of you guys do that stuff. A grape, a banana, an apple.
I've eaten in the store before. Like sometimes, like you just haven't had a chance to eat all day or whatever. But like I'll keep the wrapper and run the on the scanner. So I mean, I do that, but I don't eat like fruit because one, I don't know who's touched it, and like pesticides and shit. So I haven't had a chance to wash that. But like if it's something that's in a little package, I'll eat it so I can like, not across the scanner and throw the wrapper in there.
You're an
You wanna know
honorable
what's
woman.
nasty? You want to know what's nasty? When you're on a fucking train and some motherfucker opens up their food and you're in this little box and you gotta smell their fucking food and hear them eating like slobs right across the fucking seat from you.
Ah,
That's
God.
And they always eat with their mouths wide open. They smack their lips, drop food
Yeah, drop
everywhere,
their food,
Ah,
and you
all
just
over
want to
the
reach
floor.
across and smack them like a hoe.
I
And
smack
if you're
them
on,
like
if you're,
I love it. Smack them
and
like a
yeah, exactly, fucking backhand them right in their fucking face.
I've never ridden a train.
You're lucky.
that.
They're gross. They're like
Well, God,
sardine
if you're
cans.
ever if you're ever
They're like
planning on
sardine
riding a
cans, but
train,
for people.
You're like,
if you're
what?
ever plan on riding a train, don't ride a regular train. Go up to New York and take some of the subways because that
No,
indelible
no,
smell
no.
of piss
No,
and
no,
vomit
don't-
that are on those
no.
things.
Tommy,
It's
no,
he can't
don't
miss that.
ride
It's a
the
once in a
subway.
lifetime.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
thought you were
listen,
going to.
listen.
I thought you were going to
Listen,
say he should ride the bone train.
The subway's
Whoa.
fucking gross. The subway, this smelling
Slasher.
rat infested. No.
Slasher, you remember John Rocker?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
the
Yes,
Atlanta Brave pitcher.
yes.
Yeah, and then he did that whole thing, like this
Yeah.
whole racist rant about the New York trains.
Exactly.
dear.
About the 7 train line. About the 7 train. That's the Queens line. Yes. No, it's not. It's not even that. It's like you're standing on a subway platform, and it, especially the underground ones, you will smell piss. You will smell piss like you are. Like it's like your head. It's like you're sticking your head in a urinal, but you're standing 10 feet away from where the person actually pissed.
That's awful.
So it's like Perth City in Australia.
I'm sure you have plenty of New York type areas down there in Australia.
Yeah, it can get. Yeah.
I'm sure everyone has. I'm sure everyone everywhere has their New York type areas.
Yeah.
Fucking standing on a
Sounds
subway
like
platform.
Oklahoma
Standing on a subway platform, and there's a rat just chilling next to you, just like eating a slice of pizza that someone dropped on the floor. Yeah.
Those pizza rats. I heard
The
about
problem is he's got like a tie and a briefcase as well.
that
It's
baby.
just like a
Nah,
working Joe.
these rats aren't that high class.
Well,
What are they eating?
these
DiGiorno or
rats gotta
something?
take care of their stepchild, turtles.
Oh,
Yeah.
turtles, yeah.
So
I
Nate-
still say it's something that everybody's got to experience just once. A New York subway, just once.
I took the New York subway one time, and I just couldn't understand the person on the thing. It was like,
and did you
And I'm
smell
like, what
the
the fuck
aroma?
did they just say? Huh?
Did you smell the aroma when you were standing?
I don't
on the
remember it.
platform?
I don't remember smelling it. Wow. Anyway. Damn Arizona. Okay. Anyway.
My name isn't where I live. Oklahoma.
Okay.
Whoa, Oklahoma. Where?
The wind does come sweeping down the plane.
Yeah.
That wind comes from every direction.
Anything else, Nate? Anything else you wanna?
That's it for now. I don't like the Teddy Ruxpin hate. I don't like that, but
I don't hate Teddy Ruxpin. He just looked a little weird. Just he looked like he was your mascot for a minute.
Weird.
oh, that's like a bootleg college dropout bear from Kanye. I got a busted up Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh god, that's awful.
No, that's it.
Okay, so here we go. Now we get to hear from the chill guy who says he has a lot to complain about. Happy Dinosaur.
Oh, I have a few things.
Go ahead, Dino.
Well, I was thinking about Captain Marvel, and it really annoys me how they keep giving her powers and they attempt to make me to like her. Make her be a fan of her, and I'm like, no, you keep making her overpowered. One Punch Man looks weak to her at this point. she's an unlikable Karen, and I'm like, depower Captain Marvel. Get this a hashtag. Hashtag
Nerfer?
depower Captain Marvel. Well, my headphones were glitching up.
That's it.
One thing I'm also angry about is I'm still sore from my job. I'm up on my feet all day, and to the point where I can barely move with us. Yeah.
What do you do?
Jurassic Park, Universal Studios.
Yeah. Are you a dinosaur trainer?
Actually, no. Well,
Wait,
years
what?
of being a government project. So what do you say?
No, I was just in shock that you weren't actually.
I'm glitching out here.
Uh-oh.
I am a dinosaur and a saur on YouTube.
Whoa, that was weird.
I traveled many millions of years after being hit by a space rock asteroid. But basically, you know, I'm just a janitor, and the rest of my job. I'm a dinosaur janitor, my friends, and I'm never repeating that.
Do you have like special?
I clean up.
You know, I really thought for sure that Happy was going to talk about how he was so sick and tired of trying to brush all those teeth that he's got in his mouth or something like that. I really didn't expect.
Oh, I'm not tired of that. I'm tired of shaving off all my feathers for dinosaur religious purposes.
There it is.
But if I don't shave them, Dino Jesus will cry.
It'd be like maybe biting your tongue while you're eating. Something like that.
No, my real problem is I can't really find fat people very well anymore. I'm very hungry, damn it.
What about getting your tail caught in the doors every time you're walking around? Does that happen often?
Well, every time we use an elevator, I am crammed in there like a freaking Jack in the Box. I keep just bursting out whenever the door opens.
Reaching for something far away. You don't have the longest time.
Well, I can't open jars. I gotta smash them with my face in order to get. Hold on, it's in order to get peanut butter or salsa. What?
2 examples: peanut butter and salsa. Lovely. 2 things that come in jars. Do you have an extra long mop?
Also,
you have such short arms.
Nope, I used to use my tail. It's not decorative. You see, it has many purposes: picking up things, masturbation, scratching my back. That's pretty much what I use it for.
It's a pretty flexible tail. What's it doing Saturday night?
Wow. Wow.
One thing that I'm annoyed with is trying to figure out. I count myself as 21 years old.
Tommy with the soundboards. Amazing.
I just don't even know what to say.
I'm sorry, Dino. I was just applauding Tommy with the soundboards.
It's all right. We're having fun here. It's okay. But still, I'm 21 years old minus the time travel. But when you add the time travel, I'm 67 million years old. I keep trying to apply for Social Security checks. And they keep telling me the following words. Were
you resurrected as a dinosaur? Born into a human host?
Ooh.
Nope, that's not it. I legitimately just got hit by an asteroid in time.
So you weren't a dinosaur in a past life. You're still a dinosaur.
It's my shtick.
How does a dinosaur become a friggin' janitor?
Equal opportunity.
Simple. Government projects, and they got tired of experimenting on me, so they just gave me the job.
What was the
I've
experiment?
eaten so much government cheese that I am now unable to think about cheese without vomiting.
How are your poops after all that government cheese?
Simple. A big pile of shit.
He's actually eaten so much cheese.
Jurassic
Yeah,
Park
I can
reference.
tell you right now what happened to Happy Dinosaur is the government made him eat so much cheese that he's actually become brie intolerant.
Ah.
Wow.
Even the baby likes it.
But
All right.
my favorite
Give
thing to
me
chomp
one
is
second.
probably a
Give me
nice
1
lawyer.
Give me one. All right, everyone, hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Everything.
No, go ahead, Happy. What else were you going to say while we're waiting
So
for Stasha?
I like to make a lawyer sandwich, but it's hard to get. But it's hard to pay for it because I gotta keep going through legal lawsuits in order to make the sandwich of lawyers.
You should go down to the
Needs a lot of
Hut.
mustard.
You're killer on the mic.
I bet you really hate the Jurassic Park movies because of the way they depict your people.
Actually, no, I don't hate them, but they are really good propaganda. Not propaganda, but really good things to make me look impressive. Where it's like I try to pick up chicks, and I'm like, hey, this movie really is interesting for me, mainly because the dinosaurs are naked.
Yeah.
Hey, Ancient One is in the chat. How's it going, Ancient One?
So they all want to see your tail.
Oh,
Oh my.
Yeah, I like them dino titties.
all right. Have you ever seen Dino Saucers?
I'm familiar with it. I've seen the opening. I've seen a few clips.
Are you
But I
familiar
do
with
find
Dino?
it interesting.
I say for you, the
Well,
cartoon
he's my
Dino
pal and a
Riders
whole
would
lot
be
more.
Like, I'd
Oh,
say, I was gonna say the cartoon for you, Dino Riders for you would be like Roots for you.
It's okay. I got dinosaur reparations.
Dinosaur
See, dino
Reparations.
lives matter.
oh. You almost got a spit take.
I'm trying to get you to spit it up through your nose.
Oh, you got a big nose. There's a lot of stuff to come out.
Oh my.
That's what your wife said.
At least you give me a wife. Oh.
I'm
I
just
show
saying,
mercy.
Dino, just think about it though. If you let the guinea pig collective assimilate you, and you become a half cyborg guinea pig dinosaur, how much damage you'd be able to cause then?
What are the guinea pig advantages
Or
of
we can
that?
just team up.
What the fuck did I come
I
back
thought we
to?
already had a good team up going here. I've actually made some
Yeah,
friends
I think
with a
we
lot of
did,
different.
actually.
I have a lot
Did I
of
just
different friends that I got
actually
going
hear
on.
you?
I've got a pact
Wait.
with the turtles. I've got a pact with the kitties and dinos.
Yeah.
Kitties or kitties?
Yeah.
Kitties.
What am I hearing about guinea pig cyborgs? What the fuck did I just walk back into?
Well,
Oh,
you're hearing a
lovely.
Ninja Turtles knockoff.
Lovely. I mean, I've heard of biker mice from Mars, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Must be
Wow,
careful.
okay.
We will assimilate you.
Yep.
And
I
of course,
just took
as
a
he
bit.
Or I
said,
can just eat you.
pigs
Come
and
back
cats
then.
have an accord.
What's that, Moira?
And as he said, the guinea pigs and the cat collective have the truth.
I reckon so.
Yeah.
And we will send you more dino soldiers.
So is there going to be like a war between cyborg dinosaurs and cyborg guinea pigs? Is this what the
No.
grounds were laid when I walked out of the room?
No, we're against humans.
Yeah, we're talking about enslaving the population
And
of stupid.
Yes.
And after that, the apes will take us over in a corporate takeover.
Merger.
We got a dinosaur with miniguns on the side of his friggin' face right now.
Why wouldn't he have miniguns? Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know
You
if we're
see,
going to
miniguns
win.
are much like piercings. You don't want to get them on the gay side.
What happens if you got them on both sides?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
He does have them on both sides.
And that's normal.
So maybe it's a sheep.
That's true.
Could be.
Maybe this is Dino Grandma.
But he's got missiles.
I know my brother's
so-
going to get chainsaws in his ears.
I mean, if you check at the back, he's got missiles, so you'd assume that make it a guy.
But it's only on one side. wait,
Well,
what?
yeah, you only have one rocket. You don't have like
Like,
unless you're a Klingon, you don't have multiple rockets.
Ah, yes, the dinosaur warrior is packing heat.
Oh, Mr. CCDV, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah.
We're bulletproof. That works for us.
You're not
We're
bulletproof.
working on that. You see, dinosaur science is very slow.
Hey, Dino. Ancient One in the chat
Yeah.
has something for you. He says, imagine what would happen if the T-Rex was replaced with a giant-sized guinea pig. Would it be utterly awesome?
That'd be very fluffy.
It's like the South Park episode.
Yes, it would.
The
More guinea pig to
giant
hold.
The giant droppings would be something to rolling down the street, running for your life like Indiana Jones or something.
Giant jelly beans everywhere.
Yeah.
And I see Mr. CCD over there. Happy George, Mr. CCD.
I always wondered, what if King Kong started shitting all over the place when he was climbing up the Empire State Building?
Oh,
That would-
dang.
He would have at least taken one dump on that climb. That was a long climb.
It was, and it would have been catastrophic once it hit the friggin'
Yeah,
ground,
monkey
right?
fertilizer for weeks.
Yeah,
You remember in Ghostbusters at the end when they blow up the Marshmallow Man and there's bits of marshmallow dropping down on everyone? Same, but brown.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, and smelly.
I feel bad
Like
for
the
the
guy
street
jumped-
sweepers after that and King Kong poop.
Imagine the ants New York would have gotten after the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man exploded. Like the whole city, ants.
You just have to spray the whole thing with bug spray.
All those ants got diabetes.
Oh, man, they're going to wind up like Wilfred Brimley.
No, rest in
So now-
peace. Rest in peace.
So, all right, everyone went around
Rest in
the board,
peace.
right?
You see-
Everyone went around the board. Now it's my time to complain. New York City, fuck this place. That's all I
Yeah.
have
Come
to
to
say.
Oklahoma.
God damn it. Keeping it short and sweet, Slasher, like you always do. That's no fun.
Fuck this place. This place
Slasher,
sucks.
I have something for you. I got this off of an album. I got this off of an album a long time ago by the great Robin Williams, and I'm going to do his impression for you. A native New York echo. Hello, shut the fuck up.
That's
I think
awesome.
every movie that I've seen that's set in New York, that's set in around the early 90s and the 80s, there's a scene where someone's yelling something out, and then you'll hear from one of the houses, "Fuck you! Shut the
Coming
fuck
to
up!"
America was like that. I love you, America. Oh, no, he said, "Fuck you."
It's better than when I got in Pennsylvania. No response. No one echoed.
We have diabetic love in the chat. Type 2 diabetes. What up? Insulin muscle. Oh!
Oh, wow.
Get that diabetic love, everyone. It's so sweet.
Blood sugar, y'all. Blood sugar.
Y'all are too much. I can't deal with y'all.
Who's gonna have diabetic ketoacidosis? Woo, woo.
Oh, my.
Diabetic coma. Woo, 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 woo. DKA, DKA,
What's wrong with you in Arizona?
Coming soon to the next Call of Duty game, the diabetic downloading content for your players. Watch them die
Coming
of a
soon
diabetic
to a
coma
theater near
right on
you.
the battlefield.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
Diabetic DLC.
Oh wow.
No, it's insulin
I
I enjoyed
DLC.
this. I just
Yeah, pay extra for insulin.
You got to keep
Chris,
that
what
extra
was that
candy in
thing
your
you
pocket.
just sent? Because it didn't. Chris, that thing you sent didn't come through. What was it?
JJ says he's type 1, huh?
No, I don't like that.
That's
No.
the bad one.
No, that's like Bloods and Crips. F type 1. I'm type 2. F type 1.
What's it?
What is the child
I was type 2, but I had to quit.
Wait. Hold on. So diabetic people have beef. They like decide like who's the cooler of the
These
people with
days,
diabetes.
probably.
It's like Biggie and Tupac.
No, it's not. Are you fucking
I just say like
Damn.
you come across someone with
Yeah,
like
because
type 1 and
typically
you pull a a blood testing needle on him and you're like, I'll cut you.
Oh shit!
I'm so much sugar right now.
I didn't know there was a turf war when it came to diabetes. That's a little extreme.
Yo, Holmes, what you didn't know, Holmes, man? You either rolling with
You
type
on
2
the
or
wrong
we're gonna
side of
roll
the
over
street,
you, Holmes.
mate. You on the wrong side of the street.
No, I can't
You
eat
don't know where you at.
Me and my type 2 homies are gonna be holding down this pharmacy, Holmes.
I guess you can't say it's really a
Me and my type 1 homie's gonna shove that piece around your face.
You should see the prisons. You should see the prisons. It's a mess.
It's so diabetes.
wrong with you?
somebody smuggled a whole lot of jelly babies in up their ass.
They should.
Hey, man.
They should
Got any-
remake. They should remake
any more of
American
those
Meat. But
Twizzlers,
with
I got
diabetic
good
guys.
shit, man. It's not. It's no corn. All juicy fruits.
I run the insulin game here. Not you.
If you want to get some Dunkaroos, you gotta go through me.
God Almighty.
Yeah, poor sister.
I
man.
make
I mean,
you my
hey,
biggest ho ho. Oh,
You know,
yeah, damn
it really is a shame. It really is a shame everything that poor Sith Lord has gone through in the chat over there. He's a really good guy, and that guy, he has had nothing but problems. I mean, he's actually talked about he's actually died 4 times. He had 2 comas, and he's forgotten how many seizures he's had. I mean, all from diabetes. I mean, it's one thing we could joke about it, and make light of it, but I mean, there are some serious consequences to it. Now, I actually did have type 2 at one time, and I actually beat it.
Nice.
So,
No, I do legitimately have type 2. I got diagnosed May of last year. I had diabetic ketoacidosis. I went into the ICU for like a day or 2. I actually run too high. I don't run too low. I run too high. But no, this is all in good fun.
oh yeah. Well, I had the same problem, and it all started because of fatty liver. That's where mine started from fatty liver. Like I was actually to the point where my stomach was so bloated. I felt sick all the time. I couldn't eat, and I was still somehow gaining weight. It was actually insane.
I went into the doctor. Actually, they said they thought I might have fatty liver, and it was one of those places where you go in and you see like a different doctor every time you go because they're like ultra cheap. And like I think the first time I went in there, it was like a doctor from India, and then this time when I went in and they told me they thought I had a fatty liver, the doctor was Asian, and I told him that no, I didn't have the fatty liver. I had the mushu pork.
Jolly good show. No, like what's weird, and I'll say this just for the New York sake slasher. There's some. I've had multiple doctors tell me that I have flatbush diabetes. That's when you have diabetes that's type 1, and it fluctuates between 1 and 2, and And like the doctor was reading me the description. I was like, I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. I can't be type 1. I'm diagnosed at 37. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense. I'd have to be type 2. And he's like, well, it's normally when there's an African American around middle age who it doesn't look like he has the body type of having diabetes. And I was like, it sounds like you're just describing me. Like, it was too on the nose. But then some other doctor said the same thing. And I'm like, I still don't believe you. But Flatbush diabetes.
Yes, type 1 and type 2 at the same time. I'm for a handsome guy with ball with glasses.
All the luck.
But
you guys want to see some tapes?
Sure.
Tapes of what? What tapes?
Not Epstein tapes.
Let's hope not.
Right, first
Nobody
on the
wants to see them.
I got
so like a Judas Priest tape.
I got a Jerky Boys.
Jerky Boys.
Jerky Boys.
Jerky Boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was making that joke to him early this year and last year, calling Slasher one of the Jerky Boys. Like him and his buddy could be the new Jerky Boys.
Whatever you say.
I
don't get the reference.
I seen that tape and I pissed all over myself.
And it's the guy who plays the red-haired Jewish guy in Family Guy. He's one of the voices.
That'd be a
that's
good Teddy
it.
Ruxpin tape.
Goldman
It's
is
fucking crazy.
Oh,
Some New York love.
What is it?
Beastie Boys.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
License
great.
to Ill. License to Ill. Love that album.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh my God.
Eddie Murphy coming out of Teddy Ruxpin would be perfect.
Off the wall.
Oh, it is just feet. Okay. I don't know what that is.
It's Michael Jackson off the
Wow,
wall.
You have tapes? Holy shit.
Yeah. I know.
My favorite show. You know I got my favorite show.
Oh my God.
all right,
That's actually mine from when I was a kid. I didn't rebuy that one.
Is that the one with Bartman? With the Bartman?
No,
sign
it's
on
not the one with Bartman.
You could do the Bartman.
Are we just showing off old school stuff in general, or are we showing off tapes? Because I have like VHS tapes, so I don't have.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you showing off there, Maura? Don't give me that look.
All right, show and tell. Are we doing cassette tapes in general, or just old school stuff in general?
Christopher Cross.
Crisscross. Oh, geez. No, I'm just kidding. What made me think?
Not Chris Cross. Christopher Cross.
What made me think of it though?
I don't know. Let's see if he pulls out freaking.
Oh my gosh! Wait, is that Color Me Bad? No. Yeah.
No, it's another bad creation.
I forgot about that band.
How the hell you forget about Color Me Bad? What's wrong with you?
Looking at these tapes has reminded me of something that I do have to be annoyed about. I had a box across the bottom of the box was about 24 inches, and it was full of cassettes like that, including audiobooks. And I went to India and left it with my folks, and it got left out in the weather and destroyed. So yes, I do have something to be pissed off about.
See, look at this. We're finding ways to make everybody angrier. I'll stop with this one.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
MC Hammer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, jeez. I love it. Oh, my
Anyone
God.
know he had a cartoon?
Yes, Hammerman.
Hammerman.
I know. I saw. I played it on one of those retro cartoons on one of my live streams the other day, and it had MC Hammer on it and Nickelodeon.
Remember when he did a song? Remember when he did a song for the Addams Family soundtrack?
They
Yes.
do what they want to do, say what they want to say. Yes.
Oh my God! Yes.
Adam's Family.
You remember his Taco Bell commercial?
Oh God.
I
Where the-
remember he was basically a living commercial at one point.
Yeah.
They have money.
You know which commercial I always remember the most? And it's the one that was never completely aired? The Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial.
Wait,
Oh,
you mean they
remember-
aired part of it?
Well, they showed like behind the scenes footage where his hair caught on fire. I always
Oh,
remember.
that one, yeah.
When my hair's on
I
fire,
gotta check that out. I never saw that.
My thirst with a nice Pepsi.
Oh my god. This is so
I got one. I have one.
That sounds
tape
so
I wanna
bad.
show.
It's good.
I have one more tape to show. I'm not going to show them all, but I just want to show this just because of how he looks in this.
Who is? Oh my
Prince.
god, Prince. He got hair like
Oh my God.
4th grade music teacher.
Why does that look like a picture of a? Why does that look like a picture of a '70s porn star?
It's a mugshot.
Maybe he was a '70s porn star.
Oh,
Technically, it's a different shot. If we're talking that kind of star.
He looks like skinny Ron Jeremy.
If Bob Ross was a porn star,
oh, God.
We have
I
happy.
think it'd probably be called. Oh, he's formerly known as not a prince.
Oh God! Remember when he did that? You know, the man formerly known as Prince, and he was just a symbol.
Yeah, man. Beat that copyright.
And his guitar was the symbol. He had a guitar
Yes.
that was to the symbol.
And his symbol was a combination of the male and female symbol. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So it's gender fluid.
It's gender
Yeah,
bending.
he
We've
was
come full circle. Yay!
He was the fourth at the forefront of gender bending.
Yeah. He was Is that baby gender bending?
Will somebody shut up that crying baby?
Did you guys-
Dino's getting annoyed.
did you guys
Gotta
see
remember
that
that, baby.
Boy George came out to give his opinion on the whole modern gender bending thing?
No, enlighten us.
Yes, I have.
He basically came out and said that they're all like, the kids these days have no idea he was at the forefront of the gender bending thing, and these kids need to pull their heads in.
Boy,
So yeah, this is the patron saint of gender bending told these kids to shut up.
I love it.
Well, you know what? How many of these kids they don't even believe in it and all, and they're just latching onto it because it happens to be a hot topic and it's trending. I mean, they don't believe in it at all. Most of them, I don't think.
Well, I mean, it's a hot topic because they get their gender bending clothes from Hot Topic. So,
Yeah.
That
Remember
place
when they
still
used to
exists.
have good clothes?
they have decent T-shirts. They have decent T-shirts these days. You just want your Jinko jeans back.
I remember I went to
Go
Hot Topic. Almost everything there was the Tim Burton tie-in.
Nate, I remember the Jenko shops. The Jenko shops were awesome with all the stuff, all the skater pants and everything that they had.
How could you skate in those pants? I saw people skate in them, but I don't know how.
It's tricky.
SSX tricky. All right, who's eating?
The dinosaur.
I hate
I'll give you a hint.
Eating chips.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
those
Chris,
pants were very annoying to look at.
Chris, do you call them crisps over there in Australia?
Different people call them different things. Usually, I would refer them to them as chips. Or the major brand is Smith's chips, so you can refer to them as Smith's.
A tongue twister. That's great for marketing.
Well, the CCs, the corn chips. One of the big ads they had was "Yes, you can say no."
Yeah,
That was their thing that they were going with.
I know when I'm eating chips, I like to think about how not to rape somebody, so I totally get that ad campaign.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Hey, it's not as
well, I'm
bad
gonna
as
leave
the
that.
children
Oh, guys,
they had.
I'm getting.
We had. So we had
I'm
a
gonna leave
really,
the
really
stream because I'm about to crash and I'm also hungry. Have a happy night,
All right,
everyone.
Well,
All right, Happy. You take care, buddy.
Good.
All
See
right.
you, Happy.
Catch you
Happy.
later, dude.
See ya.
Dino, good for coming through. Thank you very much, man. Hope.
Yeah, thanks for coming
hope you
through.
come-
Cool.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. Hope you come through in the
It was,
future if I invite
it was a pleasure hanging out with you, and Dino hugs back.
When I invite you.
Love you.
You're awesome, dude.
You say you
Love
love
you
him?
too. Bye.
Yeah, we love you.
Oh, well, just okay. Just loving people, all right?
Happy Dinosaur is the man. All right, later, Happy Dinosaur. Thanks for coming through.
I think love should be used in a more stronger sense, but not just thrown around willy nilly like a
Is
hoochie.
there not
Hoochie's
various?
vagina.
Is there not various types of love?
Oh, to the Eskimos, I think they have like 37 different words for love. Or is that snow?
All right, so you want to complain about Eskimos? Go ahead.
Yeah. What's the deal with this cancel culture canceling Eskimo pies? I mean,
What's with the whale? All the whale blubber. They just
Well, yeah.
want to pour all the whale blubber.
I know when I wear makeup, I want it to have whale blubber in it because I like to use makeup from the 1920s. It's the best makeup
Some lead in
when I'm
that.
applying my blackface, when I'm using my shoe polish, do menstrual scrubs.
Jesus.
If you think
What?
they're banning the Eskimo pies because they're supposed to be
She's
racist.
here.
Did she actually fall off the couch right now?
I think we broke the kitty. We broke the kitty. Cats land on all four of my ass.
Oh, my
Nice.
hind legs, actually.
Oh,
Apparently, Kellogg's agreed to take the monkey off the Cocoa Pops packet because it was racist.
Oh, Jesus.
them
Why-
removing that is racist.
First off, are they going to get rid of monkeys, too? I mean,
I just saying the
A monkey
idea
is not
that it is racist is what's racist, not the
Yes,
monkey on the packet itself.
yes, I 100% agree. No,
Well, you
that's-
know what? Here's the one thing that kind of got me. Now, I grew up in a black neighborhood in Trenton, New Jersey, and I was surrounded with all kinds of black friends, and we used to eat and use a lot of these products that they're claiming that are racist now, like Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Butterworts and
Uncle
Uncle
Nicker's
Ben's
rice.
rice. Uncle Ben's rice. You know, I mean, all these things was like they were household staples. You know what I mean? And I never seen him as racist, and all my black friends, none of them ever seen it as racist. And I
people
don't
got upset because they were
understand.
told to get upset.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing, and they were told to get upset by whom? Like white suburban people who got
White-
sticks
it's
up
the
their
white
ass.
people that- the black
Right.
people are offended. It's the white people that are offended over
Yeah.
overreach.
It is. It's the white people that get offended, and it's the white liberals that
100%.
Malcolm X warned everybody about that's going to fucking try to be Melissa Milano.
Well, you know, the funny thing is like some of those things, like
That's
I
what
can't
they-
remember if it was Aunt Jemima's or Mrs. Butterworth's, but the family was actually getting residual payments from the likeness of
Yeah.
one of their forebears being on that packaging still. Now that's being taken away by these people. I'm offended by it. Mother,
I think that was
but
Aunt
you know what?
Jemima's.
This is
Fuck
money
you,
from
you
a black family.
motherfuckers. You have never lived with black people probably ever in your fucking life. And then you want to sit there and condemn something that you don't know nothing about and you just want to stick your 2 fucking cents into it. You can kiss fuzzy guinea pig ass. I do not give a rat's ass what you fucking people think. And if you ever want to show up to my fucking doorstep with that nonsense, you will be leaving with less teeth than you started out with. Okay, I think I'm done.
Well, I'm just pissing people off. Like bringing up the racism with that. They got the tape business.
Nate, I'm always angry. I'm like the Hulk. I'm always angry.
The Hulk isn't always angry. Sometimes he walks down the road to sad piano music.
Yeah, but Tommy, you're a chill angry. Oh yeah, he walks away hitchhiking.
Yeah, he never got a ride.
He
Never.
likes to hitchhike.
What? Here's my impression of if Bill Bixby got picked up as a hitchhiker by Large Marge. Hold on. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that impression.
But for the canceling stuff, I thought the Land O'Lakes thing was funny because it's like the Land O'Lakes thing was funny because a few people said this. It's like, okay, so you remove the Indian, but you keep the land.
Well, you know what else is
Yeah.
funny? You know what else is
Yep.
funny when you talk about some of that stuff being so ridiculous? Now, here I want to drop this one. I don't know if you guys had ever seen this one. There was actually a newscast going on, and they were talking to a Native American who, they were trying to get his opinion on what he thought about the Washington Redskins removing the Indian and the name from the team. And
No,
he actually went on. Yeah.
Tommy, no, you mean Washington football team.
Dude. So they asked him about this stuff, and he said that his forebears had actually given that logo to the team because there was actually a few American Indians or American natives that were on the original Redskins team, and that none of the people in the community.
He came up with the logo himself too, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
And none of them had a problem with it, but it was like these fake cancel culture freaking Karens that decided they wanted to see somebody's manager and try to remove something.
They've been trying to remove the Redskins name since the Redskins failed in the Super Bowl. And that's like, 1992. It's like a weird like apparition that would come up every 7 years. It's like, Redskins is racist. Change the name. And then it would come back another 7 years later, and they finally got it. And now it's the Washington football team, like it's freaking Tecmo Bowl, like they don't have the license, the official NFL license.
The same thing has happened in Australia. The same thing happened in Australia with Australia Day.
That happened with what?
Sorry, was that Slasher?
No, the owner of the Redskins, he's been fighting that since he took over it, since he started owning the team. He's been fighting the people who have been brigading against him to change the name. And
yeah, but he just pulled a Kaepernick. He finally pulled a Kaepernick, so.
Bent the knee. Well, they do the same thing in Australia to Australia Day. Every few years around Australia Day, which is sort of like our Independence Day type thing, that they come up and say, well, it's racist because at the very base levels of a primary school for little kids doing history, they say that Captain Cook came to Australia on this Australia Day and killed all the Aboriginals and then took over. And was
that's not even possible.
But then it's but that's not what it's all about. If you actually look at the history of it, that there's a reason why the Australia Day for Australia and the India Independence Day sort of thing for them, it's all on the same day. It's because that's the day that in England they signed off a whole bunch of their colonies to essentially be independent. So it's like 18 something or other. These things were signed off, and that's what. Then we celebrate our independence, and that's what Australia Day is. But the media, the politicians, everybody goes, "Oh well, it might be racist, but it's our history. Oh no, it is racist. We should get rid of it. Oh, actually, we won't have any fireworks because it's an offensive day to the Aboriginals. Oh, we'll change the day and the name of it and everything because it's offensive to the poor innocent Aboriginals who were slaughtered by the white people."
Well, I mean, that seems to be the problem with these cancel culture types is they never look into any kind of history and they never do their research. They just go off on a topic that they know nothing about because 90% of the time they have no clue at all what they're talking about. And they just want to run on a rant about it and just be offended, just to be offended. I mean, that's their whole stick.
But nobody corrects them. Nobody, the media or anyone who interviews them and stuff like that, unless it's an independent on YouTube, doesn't say, well, hang on a second, that information is incorrect. This is the truth. And nobody sort of pulls them up when they lie. They just go with it.
Well, Chris, I have a saying that I use at the end of every single one of my videos, and I actually took it off of Plato. And roundabouts, the way it goes, is your silence gives consent. So I tell people never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should and shouldn't do, because your silence gives consent. Meaning when you allow these people to say whatever they want and you refuse to stand up and say that they're wrong, you are actually becoming part of the problem by not saying anything. So I make it a habit just to voice my opinion, whether they want to hear it or not.
It's just like the chips.
One thing the
It's just like the
leftists are
chips.
right about The one
It's
thing
okay
is
to
the
say
one up thing. The
That's
left
what what you said there, Tommy.
silence is violence.
When you said that, Tommy, it just threw me for a quick second because I thought you said it was something you got from Play-Doh.
Yeah, Plato.
No, oh yeah, but I thought you said Play-Doh. So yeah,
Like,
but
yeah,
then
Play-Doh.
obviously Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, and I was
But
thinking, damn, that company has got some really for like a toy company. Those guys have got some serious.
Nah, the ancient Greek philosopher. Mora, what were
Yeah.
you saying? I couldn't hear you, dear.
That silence is violence.
It's okay to say no. Have a chip.
Happy's having some chips right now. I'm sure of it.
We heard those chips.
Yeah.
No, so it's frustrating. It's like everybody wants to have their moment. Racism exists. Racism will always exist, but people want to be like, I was a part of this moment. I was a part of the movement, but the movement isn't even close to what the real racism was about. They're overblowing stuff to kind of virtue signal to be like, oh, we live in such a rough time. Like, I remember in the 2000s, people kept trying to equate the homosexual movement to be more socially acceptable with being black in the 60s. I'm like, last time I checked, no one was hosing down gay people with hoses and unleashing dogs. It goes.
Yeah.
That's when I first noticed stuff like that happening. People trying to like make it more racist than it is, so they can kind of be like, I'm a part of the movement, like those other people were, and it's only making things worse. Like, so the whole thing about like trying to get social justice and criminal reform and better police with like having fewer incidents, you don't resolve that by canceling a bunch of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben, and that doesn't fix anything. It fixes that does nothing but make people who actually are paying attention mad. It's so frustrating, and it's the overreaching liberals who are saying it's okay. No. We'll protect you, black person. We know that you should know that you should be offended by this product that we actually made, but
like they're trying to
we're gonna you can't handle it on your own. We'll handle it for you because you're such a woe is me black person.
I found on Facebook the real racists, like the real dyed-in-the-wool white nationalists, kill anyone different than us racists. And they are not like what the media and the left are telling us that the real racists are like. And I showed you guys before we started the picture, which I don't think is appropriate for the stream live.
Chris,
Sorry?
everyone say hello to Seth. Everyone
It's all
say
good.
hello to
It's all
Seth.
good.
Going on,
How you
JJ?
doing?
What's up,
What's
Seth Lord? Nice to meet you.
Hey, JJ.
What's going on, man? What's going on? No, I was just paying attention, man. It could have waited, but that's cool.
That's cool. No, you jumped in. You jumped in, so.
Yeah. Go on,
I
Chris.
just wanted to say that these guys are the real racists are a lot worse than what we're being told is racist and needs to be cancelled.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so
yeah.
when I went to college,
They're manipulators.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're total manipulators.
Mm-hmm.
so I grew up a Democrat because I'm supposed to be a Democrat because I'm black, and then I started.
Exactly.
No, that's those were the rules when you're a young black guy, and I did my own research. That Annabelle baby.
Right?
So I did my own research, and I realized Lincoln was a Republican. The Democrats were pushing slavery. The NRA was to help black people so that we would be armed and be able to vote. Jim Crow was pushed by the NRA. I did all the research and found that out on my own. And as part of doing my own personal research, I started looking at racist websites to see what they were saying about us. Like, and it was around the time. So Nelly did a song with a country singer in like 2003, 2004. And I would just Tim McGraw. Okay. So I would look at the message boards and I would see, because I want to know, like, if racist people are being racist, I want to know how they're seeing things. I want to understand them so I can better protect myself and be more knowledgeable about the situation, not condoning anything. I just want to know. And it was stuff Well, look at this nigger over here, like acting like a monkey actually has emotions. It was really a lot of hilarious stuff like that. But like, it's important to, I think for me as a black person to understand as much as I can understand about as many people as I can. Well, I mean, that's stupid. Everybody should understand as much as about everybody because we're all people with all different situations and everything.
Exactly.
But there are real racists. And then there's the people. That's part of the reason why I stopped being a Democrat, beyond it not jiving with everything in the history, because there in the 1960s, all of a sudden, all the Republicans and all the Democrats decided we're just gonna change jerseys, and then everything never happened. It's like the magic unicorn flip. I hate it. It's so absurd. But anyway, the pandering to black people that liberals and Democrats have done. That's what really bothers me. It's the worst. It's you can't do for yourself. Let's give you some welfare. You don't need any personal accountability. The machine was built to destroy you. You can't bring yourself up. You're black. We gotta help you. Like that's the worst. It's an underlying racism that's worse. I'd rather someone.
And it's demeaning. It's demeaning at its best. You know, really.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's awful.
It's talking like it wants to help, but it's more talking down. That's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
What? That's
Well,
the way political parties go. So
I'm not racist. I hate everybody.
I'll be right back. I gotta
All right,
go whiz
so-
in the electric fence.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
got you, man.
Long streams,
Did you make
long
a Ren and
streams.
Stimpy reference?
Don't do that, by the way. Don't do that, by the way.
I have to ask him what the buzz is when we come back.
Yes, I did. Of course I did.
You hold on.
The fence is already going off.
I got a whiz on the fence.
Tie a knot in it.
Yeah, go.
I'm like the beavers in the river. It was just turning the water yellow. Come on now. No, you hold on. Right the F now.
He's got to go pee on the fence.
Ren and Stimpy
Ren
comic.
and Stimpy comic.
Yes, Marvel
He's
made it.
got the same comic. Oh no, he's
Yeah.
Marry
Oh
me.
my god! Oh shit!
I remember Marvel was making those.
Now I
No,
gotta
This is issue 9.
my favorite Ren and Stimpy
I have
cartoon.
like 12-ish. I almost have the whole first series from when I was a kid. I'll be back.
Yeah, my favorite Ren and Stimpy cartoon is the one where they were in outer space. You're trying to steal my ice cream bar. I love that one.
I like the Firehouse one when they were firefighters.
Oh my god, I've forgotten so much of it over the years. I have got to like binge watch that. Well, I'm taking a break doing yard tomorrow. I'm going to be watching Ren and Stimpy cartoons.
All right, JJ.
Yeah, what's up?
The whole point of the stream.
Oh,
The whole point of the stream was for everyone to air their grievances. So you're last here in the pit. So
I'm
go
gonna be
ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably the oldest one here, if not close to the oldest.
barely.
I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, and the one thing that bothers me the most is what's going on today. It's 2020. We should be acting a lot better than what we are right now.
Agree.
I know it's almost impossible because of the world we live in and the world we've grown to live in, but we're better than this, man. We should be a lot better than what we are. All we're doing right now is fucking digressing. Okay, we're rolling backwards in time. We should be moving forward.
Yeah.
And I mean no disrespect because I know it's a thing. But this whole Black Lives Matter thing, I think is a bunch of bullshit.
Everybody.
I come from a Christian background. I believe all lives matter. I don't
But
care
you
what color
also
your
see-
skin is. You know, when I come up to you and I meet you, I don't care where you're from. You know, I'm not a people
Exactly.
person because like I said, I hate everyone, and that's
Yeah,
because
everyone in general.
I
You don't
worked
hate-
I worked
nah,
with
you don't
the
hate everyone, man.
no
You don't
listen,
hate
bro,
everyone.
listen.
Get along
Since
with people.
I was 15 years old, every job in some form or fashion, most of my life, I've had to deal with the public. And I just don't like people. Now that I'm unable to work anymore, and I don't have to be as pleasant as I can to people. Tickles me pink inside, but I don't do that. You know, because I believe in one thing and one thing only, and that's do the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, when I walk up to you, if I shake your hand, I don't care if you're white, black, purple, green, yellow, pink. I don't give a damn. Hi, I'm JJ. What's going on? I
So
don't
this is
care,
what-
man. I don't care, man. I got a black uncle that I've had for over 35 years now. I love this man to death.
Please don't tell me his name is Tom.
No, his name's Gil.
Snap.
Friggin' H, dude.
Thank,
Is he
thank you.
anybody's uncle?
Holy
Is he
shit,
anybody's uncle?
dude.
But anyway, you know, I love this man to death, and I finally had a conversation with him back in February. I went up and seen the family for a few days to just get away for the weekend, basically. And I finally got to have this conversation with him that I've wanted to have with most of my adult life. And you know, trying to get the ins and the outs and the what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. He goes, well, around here, because they live up in South Carolina, he goes, around here, if if you start speaking out and start throwing N bombs everywhere and start wanting to act stupid, you're gonna get your ass beat, shot, if not, or both.
Right.
But at the same time, he goes, you man, you my boy, you're my kid, and I'm like, no, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm sitting here in front of you as a white man. I said, forget who I am for a moment. You know, these are questions I have to ask, and it never bothered me because, like I said, I don't care what color your skin is, but just trying to be appropriate to the public, you know, as a common courtesy. I think everybody deserves that. You know, if you step out of line, then you're going to be put in your fucking place. But I don't. And once again, I don't care what color your skin is. I believe everybody deserves respect, and I try to treat everybody with respect. And the way we're acting
And
today is completely and utterly fucking ignorant. With a
Everything.
capital E.
Yeah.
Capital E.
Careful.
Did you just say that?
Actually, with a capital. with a
Yes,
capital
yes,
every-
Moira.
I don't
Moira.
think
Yeah.
Hey, darling, I'm Southern. Remember that. You know, we're all
I'm Southern
illiterate.
too.
We're all illiterate down here.
Hey JJ, but I mean that goes back to the old saying that you always judge somebody on the strength of their character, not on the way they look. So
Exactly, and that's something I've done.
A novel concept.
You
Racist
know,
King.
and that's why I say live. I live by one thing, and that's do the right thing. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I will find out some way or shape or form, and pull it off. I will keep to my word because that's all we've got, ladies and gentlemen.
Word is bond.
Well, why
This is basic
why
economics.
Content of character is such a hard thing to look at these days.
Isn't that so weird? Would you ever have thought that people are like, you're a white male, you don't have a place to speak. What do you know? You're a white man. You have privilege over everything. You were born white. Like,
Privilege my ass.
how racist that is? Not everybody's the same, and it's not just a race thing. You're born with the skin you have. That's it. It's not you. You're not your parents. Their sins are not yours.
Yeah, bullshit,
the
man. Because
Have all
Go
the
ahead,
homeless
Slasher.
white people I've come across. Have all the homeless white people I've come across in the city. Do they have privilege?
Yeah,
mean,
they got white privilege. They already got a leg up, and it's just so disgusting. It makes me
I know.
so mad.
it's
my
it's
best
fucking
friend was
stupid to
white.
me.
It's
It's fucking
Is it what you're
stupid.
saying? You can't be racist because you've got a white friend.
Oh well, they use the same. That's because they spin the same thing. Like if someone says, I have black friends," then they're like, "Oh,
You know,
well,
I think it's good.
cover
I
up
think it's
such and
good.
such and such."
I believe it's such utter fucking bullshit because white privilege, bullshit. Since the dawn, okay, which ain't been that long now, but since the dawn of this SJW movement, I have become the enemy. I am a middle-aged white man, and I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't said.
And
I ain't said.
Brie Larson don't care either. Remember
Yeah,
that.
I don't give.
These films aren't for white men.
I don't give a damn. I didn't say a word. Why the fuck you talking to me? Why you pointing me out? I ain't said a fucking word to you.
Yo,
None of you.
Sith, you're a white dude
Yeah.
in his 40s. You don't care what you have to say.
Hey, I care what I got to
Unless you
say.
it, unless you say it on her YouTube page, and then she'll block the fucking comments. But
Well, like I said, that's one woman that she may be attractive, but I'm gonna tell you what, she's one of the ugliest beings on the planet because just because she
She's
wants
like
to
a
act that
five.
way,
fuck
because
that
she
shit.
wants to
She's like
act.
a 5. I give
You know,
her a 5.
It don't matter. She's
She's
still
a
attractive.
Hollywood 5. If she was in a normal chick, she'd be like a 9.
She is,
a
yes,
Hollywood-
attractive,
she's a
but her
Hollywood
personality,
5.
personality turns her into the fucking evil queen from Snow White. You know,
She goes into the negative numbers.
Yeah, her personality does totally kill her.
You know.
attractiveness.
But that's okay. You could be as respectful or disrespectful as you can to a person. I believe if I ever met this woman face to face and respectfully spoke my opinion to her, I don't think she'd be too upset with that because I treated her with respect, not talking down to her, acting like she's a piece of shit. Or I might get slapped. Who knows? But still, it's the fact that I believe everyone deserves respect.
The other thing too is like, all right, you may not talk to her like she's a piece of shit, but there's the huge possibility of her talking to you like she's treating you like a piece of shit. So
Yeah,
I've done been married twice. I've been through 2 divorces. I've had several girlfriends, and every last one of them, from beginning to end, I wish I knew what it felt like to be able to leave somebody because they all left me. So I'm used to being walked on and stomped on like a piece of fucking garbage. You know, it ain't a big thing to me. She can talk down to me all she wants.
you don't have to be that way anymore, dude.
I'm not saying I do. It's just it's become a way of life. I'm used to it. But guess what? I'm a grown man. I can take it. I'm not gonna cry and whine about it.
You're a big YouTube celebrity star. You don't need to be treated like that. You've got
Oh, fuck off.
How?
I ain't no YouTube star. Fucking A, man. I'm doing good to be a meteorite right now. I ain't no
Oh,
star.
you better not tell the Dino about that.
Well, way to go,
Yo,
Tommy.
Tommy, Tommy, you've been knighted as my soundboard guy now.
You done
Maybe
messed
you'll
up
get
now.
Maybe you'll get upgraded to 8-bit sounds next week.
Yeah, right. I'm going to move out of the 1980s style version of sound bites.
Well, hey, you are the retro man. Why not?
Yeah, this is true. I do love my retro stuff.
Do you have a Yamaha DX7?
Tommy, check out a free program called EXP Soundboard. That and virtual audio cable.
Okay. Virtual audio.
My virtual audio cable's not working. Otherwise, I'd have turned it on.
But you recommend it?
I recommended.
Tommy, if you're gonna be my soundboard guy, I insist that you use some Scarface rants.
We're gonna the little Lopezers.
Let me tell you something, man. There's 2 things.
Fuck off,
I got my boss and I got my
fucking
word,
yes, brother.
and I don't fucking break them for nobody, man.
Fuck Casper Gomez. Fuck the fucking Diaz brothers.
The Diaz brothers. Oh man. Oh, Scarface.
Wow.
You are not alone.
I tell you what, though, it's actually kind of funny when you're talking about all that stuff, JJ, with the white privilege. I actually did a video about that early on because I did a big video with the white privilege and the big cancel mark around it, and I wanted to know. I posed the question, whatever happened to my white privilege cards? Because it was revoked early on for me, and I never got to see it. I think it was revoked at childbirth. I think somebody stole it from the hospital, and I haven't seen it since. I put an APB out for it, and it has yet to be returned to me. And, I am quite upset about this. I've been living without it for over 48 years, and I really would like it returned. So if you have my card, could you please return it? You just mail it to me. You don't. It can be very, very anonymous. I don't care. I just want it back.
Obama stole your white privilege card.
I'm still waiting for my 41-year overdue check. Where are my monthly checks?
Monthly checks for what?
White privilege check.
My white privilege check.
Yeah.
Privilege situation for a second. I think everybody to some degree has a certain type of privilege, so to speak. Like, for instance, I'm a white
rich. It's all rich privilege. That's what it is. Because it doesn't take a white person to be rich. White people are.
Right. Well, that's what I'm covering.
Where I live. Wait, Moira, hold up.
But there's titty privilege.
Where I live in my fucking neighborhood, where my neighborhood is, every single person that has the most successful businesses in this neighborhood is not white, and it's been that way for decades. So, it's rich privilege. And some of these people have been able to make so much money that they've bought up other stores in my neighborhood, left and right and left and right. So it's money. It's money. Money is your privilege. Your money in your bank account is your privilege. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter what your religion is.
Yeah, money privilege is definitely one that supersedes the others. But still, for instance, like for us in this, I'm assuming we're all pretty much in the same caste system. So, like for instance, if I was to walk up to a police officer, I would be seen as less of a threat than one of you guys because guys are considered more of a threat. So in that regard, I have female privilege, for instance. And depending on this person's personal views, my skin color may also be a benefit to me. Possibly. Depends on his own personal beliefs. Where either of y'all could be seen more of a threat, he'd be more likely to put his hand on his gun to ask you for directions. Then I don't know why you're highlighting your own comment, but okay. But
that's really weird.
Some of the stuff,
I didn't mean to do that.
Our friends, but some of the stuff our friends
I tried to get rid of it.
Okay.
Should be able to get rid of it through
Stop it.
She's gone.
YouTube.
Stop it now.
Oh.
Please.
Did you pop her in the back again?
I think she dipped. She seemed pretty frustrated.
Well, all right. All I did was try to get rid of the StreamYard link. Okay. Anywho.
If you go into it from YouTube side, you should be able to get rid of it.
Yeah, I tried to.
It's gone now.
Yep. All right. Anywho.
Are you stickly? Anywho. There's a blast from the past. Popsicle stick with the eyeballs.
Oh God, it's almost as bad as the pet rocks.
Really? Yeah, really. I mean, geez. One day I'll get my pet rock. Yeah,
I remember my parents brought one home for me, and I was like, what do you want me to do with this? I could have went out in the backyard, got a rock myself, got some glue, and put some freaking fake eyes on it. I mean, why did you waste money on this?
Yeah, Moira left because she was mad.
Yeah, she usually gets mad. I don't know.
Hmm. No car crash. No. She's nice. We like the Ren and Stimpy comics. I actually have the same one.
Well, whatever. If she could come back if she wants.
Okay. Yeah. Hope so. But anyway, no. So speaking about money and privilege, so I wouldn't necessarily call it a privilege. I would call it a benefit. The longer you're in the country, the more money you typically. No, come, Moira, come back. Didn't talk to him because I don't. Yeah. So the black slaves weren't able to. They weren't allowed. We weren't allowed. I was not one. They weren't allowed to have proper education. They weren't allowed to have buy property because they were property. So some people did get an advantage in getting money earlier, but that's not everyone in America. Like, not everyone in America came from the plantations in the South and the colonialists. Sorry, it's so to say. For example, like Slasher, for anybody to say, "Oh, you have white privilege, you have an advantage because you're white." What if your parents immigrated from Italy or Ireland or England in the 1940s? Where's your huge advantage over somebody like that? It's yes, there's people that have been racist. There have been people that favor different people in employment and all this other stuff, but it all goes back to Martin Luther King Jr. Like, how are you going to judge somebody before you've ever met them based on their skin? That's what he fought for. He fought for people not having to worry about race as much. And for the way that the liberals bring up stuff, they push race, they push negative racial content in the media, and it just makes things worse. It's not helping things, and that's beyond the sinister Democrat things that they have done, like breaking up the black families on purpose and introducing welfare for them to get out black fathers and stuff. There's all sorts of stuff like that. But it makes me so mad that someone would say, you're white or you're a man or both. You don't deserve a place to talk. You're the reason why all the world's problems are. That's not fair to you as a person. You didn't do this. It's sure some people have. It's been done, but it's disgusting to me. It's just all you have to do is juxtapose something to see whether or not it's racist. Like, for example, Joe Biden said yesterday that Latinos are a more diverse group than black people. And, like, for example, if you ask a black person from Miami something, they'll have a different opinion on immigration than a Latin person from Miami. And you'll ask a Latin person from Arizona, and they'll have a different opinion. What? Wait, what? What if you juxtapose that with black people? Like, that's not. He's a racist. And
have you seen the cartoon of Biden sucking the black off a woman?
I have not.
Yeah, she's like a black woman saying that she doesn't agree with Biden. So he's got the glowing eyes and everything, and he sucks. He's like, you're sucking on her, and then the next scene is her laying on the ground, but she's white now.
What?
Is the next panel of her as a little girl and him smelling her hair?
Oh, wow.
That would both be definitely appropriate or inappropriate, depending on
It would be accurate.
I knew I didn't pay attention to politics for a reason. This was weird.
Yeah.
He's weird, and then he's losing his mind. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what he's running for. He mistook his wife for his sister.
If he gets elected, it's going to be another weekend at Biden's. I'm at Bernie's.
It already is. He's a corpse. He's a walking corpse at this point, and nobody could tell me otherwise. That man actually said He actually said that he is Joe Biden and married to Joe Biden. I caught that
Yeah.
on one of his, like, what? I had to listen to it a few times because I couldn't believe it.
Just go to Biden 30 and contribute to his website.
What?
He did that at the debate. He did that at the Dem debate. He forgot his own website. He's like, go to Biden 3030.com.
God.
Like, wow.
Dude's a wreck. He's a wreck on so many levels. He's a racist. He says weird things. He inappropriately touches women and children, sniffing them. But Trump's the worst. He's Trump.
There's thing that to make fun of what Trump says, you just have to listen to a few words, take it out of context, bang, you're done. But with Biden, in order to try and like critique what he's saying or to make fun of it, you actually have to pay attention to everything he says, and then when you get to the end, you're still not sure.
He's been around in politics for a very long time, and he hasn't done anything. And it's all going to come out. All his weirdness is going to come out, and we'll see what's going to happen. In my honest opinion, what I think is going to happen is because they keep hinting this thing that Trump's not going to leave office. I think that Trump is going to win the electoral vote like he did before, but not the popular vote. And the Democrats aren't going to take it. I just think they're just going to flip out and say he didn't win. Get him out of office. I think and then they're just going to riot again like Portland. Ugh.
Well, I think the one thing about Biden, when you're talking about making fun of him and you're saying, oh, listen to him all the way to the end, you don't even need to do that. You just need to listen to him and then try to comprehend what the hell he's saying, and then you can make fun of him. Because he put some gems out there with his everyday speeches.
Yeah, Chris, maybe you're not getting like full clips. Maybe you get like weird stuff.
He gets clips. He knows what's going on here.
No, I mean like when you get clips of someone versus like a longer cut.
Yeah, I did see some of the clips, and then you go and look at the longer cut, and it doesn't look any better. Like the clip on its own is sort of like, wow, that must be horribly out of context. And then you go and have a look at it, and it's like, oh no, it's just a rambling old man. Like when my grandfather had a stroke, and you'd sit down and try and talk to him, and he just went all over the place. But I just jumped in the chat there. There's this thing that I came across that works really well. You pick a random letter, then tap the predictive text button 10 to 15 times in a row. You do that 3 times, and you get a Joe Biden speech. It's disturbing how well it works.
Did anybody hear Joe Biden talking about corn pop?
Yeah, that was just weird.
It's all weird. Black people are rubbing his legs to see his hairs come up, and they're like roaches. Like what? This dude is nuts. But the defense. So I talked to my cousin about it. My cousin lives in Indiana. He's a hardcore Democrat, and we try to understand each other because he doesn't understand how I'm a black Republican. And today he said, "I hate Joe Biden. He's a shitbag. He's like that white guy who's at a party saying nigger in the rap songs when he's singing along, but he thinks it's okay because he has a black friend." But he's still gonna vote for him because Trump's evil.
Well,
I was gonna say I like TWTG content. I like his comment. Just click on the other side of the people who. Let me know if you have to do with also the first time in the morning for me, who has been brutal, Joe Biden.
I told you it works perfectly.
We get 3 debates. 3 debates. Honestly, the only way I could see like people rallying around Joe Biden, who are on the fence, is like if Joe Biden just hauled off and tried to punch Trump. He just ran. That's the only way.
Charges across the stage and spear tackles him.
But he's not doing that. He's hanging out in his basement most of the time, and then he still screws up. He still screws up.
Apparently, he's not going to debate Trump, and the reason the Democrats have given was because Trump is not a legitimate candidate.
No. They agreed to 3 debates. They did not agree
Did
to.
they?
Yes, we're going to get 3 debates. Well,
Oh, this is going to be a shit show.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is.
I don't know. Why did they agree? That was the worst thing they could do.
It's something weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you would. They try to hide him and then they bring him up and then he says something ridiculous, like if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Oh, Christ, dude.
Oh, this guy's It's funny and it's scary because I don't know what's going on. I think whatever the outcome of the election, there's going to be serious issues.
Chris was right. He's friggin' Lloyd Bridges in the Hot Shots movies.
Yeah, he's Lloyd Bridges. He is 100%. That's it.
Nice.
I was watching it the other day, and I was just like, my God! Like, if I could do that motion tracking editing, I would take those clips and just put Biden's face over the top of it, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Just let the clip run with the audio.
I'm telling you, today was a bad day to stop taking methamphetamines.
Today was a bad day to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Sniffing
I don't
glue.
know. Every time I hear somebody mention Biden, it just I don't know. That's all I got to say on that.
Well, for me, it's appointment viewing. I want to see what he's going to say. I want to see it live, and then I want to see how they try to cover it up. Like, oh no! I heard somebody in reference to the comments that he made yesterday. They're like, well, what he was trying to say is black people come from different countries. They come from Africa. They come from the West Indies. He was talking about the countries. I was like, what? That's not what he was saying. He was saying that black people are the same. Just like he said, like if you don't vote for him, you're not black. He's consistent with his nonsense. It's just don't.
The media cover for him. The media rewrite his speeches so they make sense, and then say this is what he said.
And despite people's words, here's something that really makes me mad, and it started with Kanye talking about George Bush. Hey, she's back, and she got Ren and Stimpy. Oh,
Yeah.
Sha-na-na-na. Right when she opened her mouth, the dog barks. No. What bothers me a lot, and this isn't just this is a phenomenon. So when Katrina happened, Kanye broke what he was supposed to do. I'm a huge Kanye fan for the longest time. Since
I'm so sorry.
And
Hey, I like first song I like from him.
we can talk about that on another day, Tommy. We can
Yeah. Yeah, it's a phenomenon, all right.
You need you need a variety of soundboard clips, Tommy, because
I know. I need to get like one of them big giant boards of sounds. That'd be so much fun.
Boards of
Stop
sounds.
squeezing.
Do you want me to give your wife a Spencer's gift card?
Wow.
But so
Squeezing the same 1988 baby doll over and over again to make that noise.
do you squeeze the baby in the head or in the body to make it cry like that?
You got to squeeze it around the bottom end.
Yeah, okay, Biden.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. Come on, Tommy.
Now I gotta find some sound.
Okay, so Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Okay.
This is the first time I've noticed this. Misquoting people and interpreting what people meant became a thing to me, starting with that. That quote turned into Kanye said George Bush hates black people. That's not what he literally said. It's along the same lines, similar sentiment. Nowadays,
I thought that's what he said.
Well, you just watch the video and you see what he says. But see, well, that's a part of it, because when the media when they would push it, they would say George Bush doesn't hate. Kanye said George Bush hates black people. He over and over. That's not what he literally said. So nowadays,
care.
yes, that's the exact direct quote. You used to have,
Nate, this correlates what you're saying, like people taking things out of context. Do you remember that reporter that was on that live newscast and she said everybody thought she said the N-word, but she said knickers? She mixed up the Knicks and the what was it? The Knicks and the
Lakers.
And the Lakers, and she said the Knickers.
Yeah,
and so
They crucified that girl.
yeah, she got it bad. But no, the thing is, it infuriates me when there's an actual quote of what someone said, and they say, well, that's what he said was what he meant, or what the feeling he was giving out was. Like, people are literally inside people's heads. You don't know what people are thinking. All you can base people off of is their literal words. If you take their literal words and apply your feeling to them, or how the emotion that you want to bring out of what they said, that's not what they said. You don't know that. It drives me nuts. People are just they quote things. They don't quote things accurately. They misquote. They cut things off. One of the biggest ones lately is when Trump talked about Mexicans. They cut off the part. Here's a funny thing. So CNN recently got CNN, and I watched CNN get all butthurt about it. If you watch a full clip about Trump talking about how Mexico's not sending their best people, the worst are coming in. They have the rapists, their whatevers, or their the drug dealers or whatevers, and some of them are good people. That some of them are good people part always gets cut off, and that's why people always say Trump said Mexicans are rapists. Well, you cut it out of context. So recently, in reference to the Portland riots, some congressman or some politician, he retweeted like a supercut of CNN saying, "These are peaceful protests. These are peaceful protests. And with like the riots going on in the background, and like Jake Tapper was on there. He's like, "Excuse me, sir. These are the full clips of what everybody said, and they said that this was bad, and but then there's some bad people." So CNN got butthurt about doing what CNN does, which is cutting people off and cutting them out of context. And I actually thought that was hilarious. But what drives me nuts is when people attach their feelings, misquote things, and just morph what someone said out of context, and they just disavow their actual words and assume it's something else. Sorry.
What about last year? What about last year with the Covington, the whole Covington?
The Covington kids.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope those
30 seconds of video out of an hour and 30 minutes video.
Yep, the news didn't show what led up to that.
Nope.
But
I hope
internet did.
But he won the lawsuit, though.
He's winning those lawsuits.
Yes.
And
I hope he gets
he
every
should
penny.
win.
Every penny.
I hope he gets every single penny that he sues for.
Like,
No.
the death threats they got, people were openly giving death threats to the children in this school.
Yep.
And like it was just accepted as this is just the way it is. But they recently did another one where they took the press secretary out of context, saying that she's anti-science because she said that we don't need to worry about the science. And she said that the science is on our side, so we don't need to worry about the science. The kids should be able to go back to school.
And they just cut it to said we don't have to worry about the science.
Yeah, they just cut out that, and they just repeat that, saying this is proof that the Trump administration is anti-science.
It's so stupid.
And it's like, no, it's like context. Context matters.
You know what? The left uses science like conservative Christians, and I'm a Christian, but the conservative Christians used Christianity for a few couple hundred years. They cherry pick, nitpick, like certain little bits out. And now, like you got to believe in science. You got to believe in science. Okay, well, how about the fact that global warming is not consistent, and you shouldn't even call it global warming? That's why guys actually change it to climate change because it's nonsense. Like, last time I checked, Slasher, Are you in 16 feet of water up there in New York City? You in 16 feet of water right now? Because Al Gore got a Nobel Prize off that. So you gotta believe science unless it's not aligned with what you want to believe in. It's like, how many genders are there? Well, believe in science. Do the chromosomes determine whether or not you're male or female?
With that gender one, I came across a good one for their gender one. If I had $1 for every gender, I'd have $2, and the rest would be counterfeit.
Also, Al Gore, king hypocrite, talking about the environment, but private jet everywhere.
Yeah.
And beachfront property. No, why are you getting beachfront property if it's gonna flood, dude?
Oh shit!
Because it's nice and cheap for some reason.
Yeah, the hypocrisy is nuts. Things are getting crazy. The left is now the prudes, and the right are the like more libertarian about it. It's bizarro land that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
The left has become the 1980s church moms.
Yes, the church lady
Remember
from SNL.
Remember the church moms in the 80s and the 90s that would complain about everything and try to get them
they
That's
formed
what the left has become.
they formed the PMRC and went after music.
Yep. Yeah. The left has become all Tipper Gore. They've all become Tipper Gore.
Tipper Gore.
Cool.
Oh, classic.
All right.
No,
So 221 now. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up.
221.
I have sound effect, and I was waiting for the right time to use it, but I don't think there is one for this.
There's always a right time to use it, and it's right now.
I'll put my finger in my mouth and you do it. Was that a chicken?
That's a woman getting whipped.
What?
Ah! Crap. Ah!
Oh.
How dare you?
Oh, she sounds sad and weird.
All right.
Hold on.
Why do you have like some dominatrix like soundboard?
It's on YouTube.
Moira, do we have to ask if that's porn? Because if we have to ask, there could be a problem.
YouTube.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, porn tube.
I'll tell you what. Now, I want to leave with this before Slasher starts wrapping everything up. Now, if they actually wanted to make Joe Biden a little bit more presentable, there is an extremely easy way to do it. All they need to do is sit him down at a desk with a big, giant bowl of jelly beans, and he can be the next coming of Ronald Reagan.
Reagan had jelly beans?
Yes.
Wait. How about this idea, Tommy? How about they just get two people to carry around?
Whoops.
What was that?
Here's my idea for
Wow.
Biden. Should just get two people to carry him around like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Secret Service.
Two Secret Service
There
agents.
you go.
Get a nice yellow Walkman. He's good to go. I don't know what I don't want to think about what he's listening to. I just don't know.
Probably as nasty as we want to be about you live crew.
That'd be hilarious.
So
Look at that girl with Dave Dukes on. I just want you to know. Look at that girl with Dave Dukes on. Everybody.
good God, I remember that horrible song.
Freaknik, man. Tommy knows.
Yeah, man.
He was out on the beach
so-
in Florida in 1993.
Rump Shaker. Yeah, there you go. There's another classic.
Oh, God.
All I want to do is do a zoom, zoom, and your boom, boom.
Up a zoom, zoom, and a boom, boom.
Have you ever gone over to a friend's house to eat? I mean, the food just ain't no good. I mean, the macaroni slimy, the peas are almost there, and the chicken tastes like wood.
You are an ungrateful guest. Go away. I am never feeding you in my home again. Why would you say that? That's a mean thing to say.
But
Okay,
true.
wrap up time. Wrap up time. Wrap up time. Chris,
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B.
SpaceX, how do I find you?
Spacelab X1 at Twitter. Spacelabx.com. www.wetdonkeyshow.
Okay, how about this on YouTube?
What?
One thing at a time.
did you say Wet Donkey Show? Wait, you didn't. All right,
What?
you said you were a
Yeah.
comedian and a writer. You didn't say anything about donkey shows.
I mean, everybody's got a side hustle these days.
Never mind.
It's not
You got a
side
point.
if you're talking,
Yeah.
Brother got a
if you're
point.
talking about it. Ain't a side hustle.
No, it's at SpaceLabX1.
Okay, all right. I need to try a joke on you real quick before we go because I did this on another friend of mine and he laughed his ass off. Now, I mean, there's disrespect by this, but you know, we've all heard the term. You know, once you go black, you never go back.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Now, but check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Everything, and I mean everything, tastes better on a cracker.
Racist baby approved.
The Russian part of me is so offended. I don't know how to react right now.
No, JJ, that's good wordplay. I like the wordplay.
Yeah. How are you offended or not offended or what? Come on, Moira. You know me better than
Moira,
that.
come on. Moira, she spent half this time out of almost 3 hours with her mouth open from being shocked from stuff I say and other people. I think she grew up in a Mormon household with no TV, and she snuck out only to watch Ren and Stimpy.
It's taken me a long time.
Pentecostal, and I did sneak out, yes, but I was allowed a TV.
Yeah. It's taken me a long time to learn how to talk to Moira, and I've almost gotten it. You know, I can almost have a full conversation with her without that mouth coming open or pissing her off or something.
JJ?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Sorry.
I've never really heard too many guys complain about a girl with her mouth open before, but you know what? Hey,
I'm a gentleman. What do you want? Okay.
JJ,
Don't let
And like, is her mouth open but full?
Yeah, man. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Si?
JJ, let everyone know where they can find you.
Oh, here we go. You want the spiel? All right. Let's see if I remember it.
Yep. Showtime.
What's up,
Showtime,
everybody?
JJ.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You can find me a little bit of everywhere. I've almost become a permanent fixture over on the Chaos List on Tuesday nights. You can find me every once in a while on a couple of Honstar streams. I'll probably be on there this Sunday night. He's doing Jackbox Game Night. Also, I'm on my own channel. I do my own weekly live stream, which I'm trying to find a home for now because Han's taking back over the Sunday slot. So it's called Randomness at its Finest. Random panel, random topics. It's a lot of fun. And you can also find me here on Twitter at SithLord3827. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. Come by and check it out. It's like a lottery. Appreciate you having me on, Slasher. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
No doubt, brother. Oakley Dokley. Going down the bottom line. Going down the bottom line, Brady Bunch style. Go ahead, Moira.
Meow.
Is that it? It's meow.
That's just a name.
That's how one finds me on YouTube.
No.
You sound disappointed. Oh.
And you have a Twitter.
Yes, I have a Twitter, but like, meh. But yeah, I
Then
do
you do
live
things,
streams and I do my
things like
WTF news.
WTF news.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is now that I'm finally able to talk to you, Moira, awesome idea. I love it. I love it. Good idea. I love it.
Moira Kitty bringing you the news that makes you say, "What the fuck is going on?" Come
Man.
check her out at Moira Kitty on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
There you go, Tommy. There you go, Tommy. And now, Tommy, your turn. Go ahead.
Oh, Jesus. We're here? We're live. We're live. Fuck it. I'll do it live. Bill? Okay.
Yo, who the fuck is Bill?
You would have to watch John Talks to get that one. There was a newscaster and he started yelling on. Anyways, it's something you'd have to see it to understand.
O'Reilly's some guy from Poughkeepsie.
But I am Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. You can find me at such on YouTube. You may find me on Twitter. Then again, you may not, because I am not under that same name. Just look for a guinea pig symbol. It looks like this one with a bow and arrow shooting arrows at you. But we do a lot of different things. We do a retro discussion panel live every Monday night. Slasher McSplitter is part of it. And some of the people that are on this panel have been there, such as Moira and JJ.
What up?
You never know who's going to show up next on the Retro Discussions, where we discuss those wonderful toys, games, movies, TV shows, and books from 1990 back to the 70s. We have a lot of fun discussing and talking about why we love those things from years past and what they still mean to us today. I also do movie talks. I also do toy talks, and I do lightsaber theory discussions. Come on by and check us out, or we will come and nibble off your toes.
Okie
Whoa.
dokes, Chris.
Meow.
Whoa.
Me?
Chris, you're up
So you're
next.
gonna make the black guy go last because X-Space hasn't done his yet.
No, he went already. He
Did he?
he
I thought JJ went
yeah.
first. And then, okay.
No, JJ did go first.
had-
Ozzy, oi. So
Nate.
But
Nate.
yeah, for me, we're on at God's Teapot on the Twitter. TWTG Content is the channel. On a Thursday, this Thursday is the Let's Watch for Hot Shots 2, which is going to be a lot of fun. The next Thursday is the game show, and in between we have Let's Plays of random whatever games we can find that might be interesting and free because I'm cheap. But yeah, of course, all the guys on the panel here, I'm happy if you guys want to come along for a panel games where we basically just make fun of things and have silly puns and jokes. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been there. It's actually fun.
nice.
And so Slasher,
you wanna
you're on
plug
the
it?
last one.
Huh?
Wait, no, I want to ask Nate. Do you want to plug your thing again so I'm not branded racist? I don't know.
Oh, no. To quote Denise,
I don't know. Chris told me that Nate didn't plug his stuff, but I thought he did.
well, I mean,
Technically,
everybody did at the beginning.
well, no, technically what happened is Moira had asked him where she could find him, and he went right into plugging all of his stuff. So even though you didn't ask him to
Yeah,
go,
that's exactly what I
Moira
thought.
kind of asked him to go.
That's
Oh.
nice, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Okay.
let me do it formally, and it's not. I'm not offended. I'll quote Denise Williams. Sometimes the sun goes around the moon. Just when you thought our time had passed, you went and saved the best for last. So I'm Spacelab X1 on Twitter. You guys haven't heard that? That illogical song where it talks about the sun going around the moon? It's a real
Yeah.
song.
It's like a late 80s, early 90s song, yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. That would be
It's on the baby.
that'd be death to everyone. But anyway, spacelabx.com. I'm Dexter Dixon at that Dream Killer on Twitter. If you want to follow my pro wrestling stuff, spacelabx.1 is my normal stuff. I have a new album, nerdcore album, coming out very soon called Black NASA under my nerdcore rapper name Pat Kill Pat 1L. Thanks so much, Slasher. I think that's it.
Really?
Thanks for coming
Hold
on,
on.
man.
I got
Well,
hold
thank
on,
you
hold
for
on. No,
everybody.
no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to interject here real quick. Say the best for last. No, the best for last is our host Slasher McSplitter.
Well,
Yes.
I hate to correct you on that one, JJ. The best for last is a cup of hot steaming Stephen Walton's brew.
No,
What the hell is Stephen Walton's brew?
not no, not hell no, but hell fuck no.
He is the enema king.
All right. I'm ending this.
Okay.
I'm Slasher. I'm
That
on
was a
Twitter
shit
and
joke.
YouTube. Bloody blah. I don't bloody blah. I don't give a fuck if anyone follows me or not. Whatever. Okay. There you go. That's how I'm ending it. You can follow me.
Subscribe
You
to
can't
Slasher
follow me, whatever,
McSplitter because
but
he comes up with awesome wrestling content and movie talks. If you do not go to see Slasher McSplitter, you will probably wake up without your toes.
Don't use
And
movie guy voice to fucking.
Oh,
Don't use
no,
movie
no.
guy voice to play. Now she's doing Feet's show. Jesus Christ! Now she's like
Save that
doing
one for
feet
Pornhub.
footage.
Yeah, end this real quick.
Moira Kitty on OnlyFans.
Yeah, end this real quick.
Really? Am I that
Yeah.
ugly? Did you put out the barking sound?
No,
Yes,
no.
He's only got 6 sounds,
Moira-
and half of them are a baby
Moira-
crying.
No.
Upcoming
Yeah,
video.
the baby
Moira
crying
making-
didn't sound good for that one.
He was
Upcoming
dog barking.
video of Moira making. Upcoming video of Moira making sandwiches with her feet. There you go.
Oh,
That sounds like it's going to be a
Peanut
jamming
butter
good
toe
time.
jam.
I don't want that I don't want that $5 foot long.
I don't even know what to say
All
to
right.
that. Oh my
Everybody
Good
here.
night.
Extra
Yeah.
bunions,
Everyone
please.
here.
Extra
Thank you
bunion.
for
God.
coming
I
by.
have a man bunions, okay? I have decent feet.
You've all been a bunch
Good
of.
night,
you've all been a bunch
sweetheart.
of
Where
sweethearts
it's
coming by here.
time to go.
Ba-da-da-dum.
Later, everybody.
Yeah.
Peace.
Good night, Gracie.
Take care, y'all.
Adios, ma'am effers.
Uh huh.
Oh,